For Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano with Cap is on for your Thursday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, Thursday. Sedano was on the road, but still on the show. Look at that. And Cappy is around the station today. And earlier he had some, young fellow following him around. I thought it was like a Batman Robin situation. But then Cappy introduced this young lad to us, and he was like, I am Cappy's assistant. So I don't know what Cappy's doing today. But we'll find out the details. Plus, another day, another story about LeBron and or Bronny. I guarantee you.
I'll tell you what, this Hard Knocks crew, man. I'll tell you what.
How have you been hiding this impersonation?
I'll tell you, these Hard Knocks guys, they're all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton.
Let's get to it. It is now safe to unlock your ears to entertaining sports radio.
Yeah. You'll see Dad, Jack Harbaugh, Mom Harbaugh.
Your guy, you love Jack.
I love Jack Harbaugh because he likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. Sedano and Cappy.
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse.
Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
Your Thursday afternoon right now.
Oh, you're in studio.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd be in South South. Who's your assistant?
Well, George, this is the time of year where lots of kids are looking for internships and mentorships. And I've got this young fella who's a creative guy who's from Calabasas who goes to Colorado. And he was respectfully aggressive, which meant he got on my radar. Okay. And I took this young kid out to lunch today. And we'll see what he's got for the summer. We'll see what kind of dedication.
So he's
going to
be like your own intern?
Well, yeah. So, like we had here at 710, we had like 700 kids apply for internships, you know? And I don't even know, maybe you guys know. DeAndre, do you know? Like if we had 700 kids apply for internships here at 710 this summer, how many total internships do we have?
Well, this internship class, we have 5 in total. 5 in total. 700
applications and 5 kids?
5 interns coming in this summer.
You see,
because you were one at one point, right, DeAndre?
I was, yes, I was.
See? And so, George, not everybody made the cut, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if the station here, didn't hire this guy because he sort of fell through the cracks of 700 applications, this guy got to me, and now he's my intern.
So he's like the Cappy personal intern?
I mean, you're going to see him around the station a lot this summer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm sure people in management are going to be like, yo, what are you doing? You can't have your own intern. You can't do that. Why not? Why can't I?
I mean, I don't know, man. If you can make it happen, I mean, do it, I guess.
I mean, I am my own man.
Right.
And this is my own intern.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody tell me what to do. Hell nah.
Okay, Cap. I mean, I'm not going to fight you on it.
Hey, listen. You need to use my intern for a little bit, George? You let me know.
No, I'm good.
You need some help with something?
I'm straight.
You sure?
I'm good.
You need somebody to help you book flights? You need somebody to do some research before a game?
I'm good. I like it.
You're doing an NBA game? You need somebody to help you with a UFL game? You let my intern work for you.
Okay. I appreciate it, though, but no, not necessary.
Hey,
thank you.
Me intern as Sue intern.
Okay.
That's what I like to say.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday to your daughter, Georgie.
And to yours.
Thank you. How do you like that, everybody? How do you like that? Me and George have daughters who have birthdays on the same day, 12 years apart.
Crazy, huh?
That's great.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's real cool.
It's really, really cool. You want to say really, really, really cool?
That's really, 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 really,
There
really
you
cool.
go. Hey, George, by the way, me and Big D, we've decided we're going to start doing some hooping.
That's right.
Oh, okay. You're gonna show him how to play ball?
I mean, it's been a little while since I
No,
played
I
ball.
was talking to DeAndre.
My bad.
I'm gonna show him a little bit of moves. You know, we gotta see what his ball handling is like, see what his lateral quickness is, and we see what the jump shots.
Cappy, you
like
should
too.
start with Mateo before you get to DeAndre.
I should start on Mateo's 4-foot Fisher Price setup.
Yeah, we got an 8-foot rim in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can dunk on that.
So wait, Cap. So since we're gonna try to go play basketball, are you trying to play on the same team, or are you trying to play, 1-on-1, or what's the deal? What are you trying to do?
I think what we need to do is we need to go find a place where we can get a run. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some place where we can show up together and we're a twosome, you know what I mean? And we're looking to pick up a couple of guys.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I bring my intern.
Uh-huh.
And then we go, hey, we got next.
Uh-huh.
Then we go out there and we school some fools.
That's right.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's an LA Fitness right around the corner, isn't there?
We should just bring a whole squad.
Yeah, George, you want to play?
I mean, I'm not even going to be around for the next couple weeks.
Well, assuming you were going to be around, would you like to play?
Sure, I would play.
Okay. Cody, you want to play? Yeah, you in? All right. I would say we'd ask Funchy, but he is the worst athlete on the planet.
Trudell or McMiniman.
Okay, get Trudell and McMiniman.
There we go.
Both are very good basketball players.
Okay,
there you go.
Trudell, McMiniman, Sedano, Cap, and Big D, and we show up ready to ball.
Yeah.
Cap, what type of player are you though?
What kind of player am I?
Are you just 6 fouls, or what do you do?
No, I'm more of a defensive specialist. If I'm being honest, I'm more of a defensive guy. Now I will knock down a three here or there.
Like a little Draymond type, knock down a three here and there, but you're real physical.
Right. If I have to elbow somebody in the crotch, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid, pull somebody's shorts down while I'm down on the ground. I'm that kind of player. I'm dirty. You know what I'm saying? Basura.
They're the type to get in a fight with you at LA Fitness.
Well, that's why I got you.
Oh.
I stand right behind you. You want a piece of me, you go through him.
Yeah. Hey, Cappy, it's also the Sedano and Cap Waba Grill 4 o'clock hour. I don't know if you know that.
I am familiar.
It is presented by our friends here at Waba Grill. Kids eat free at Waba Grill. Bring your kids in for a free chicken or tofu mini bowl with any entree purchase, weekdays after 4 and all weekend long. Restrictions apply. So Cappy, let's make that happen. We'll make that happen after after I'm back.
I'm going to start practicing.
After the finals.
I got to start practicing.
Yeah, you probably should shoot some.
I haven't played in years.
I was shooting while Mateo was riding his bike. I went and shot some shots. I put him some shots the other day.
I feel like I'm destined to blow out an Achilles,
I feel like
you
George
probably will. That's why I don't play pickup basketball anymore at this age. But if you want to just play the one time, I mean, I can play the one time. Like I can make sure my body will work for one game.
One game. That's what you got, huh?
Yeah,
So
I got one good one in me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it at this stage of my life.
It's exactly what I said to Adrian Gonzalez this morning. We got done working out, me and Adrian. And I said to him, you kind of look like exactly the way you looked when you played. He goes, oh, yeah, man. He goes, I turned 42 last week. I could play no problem right now. He goes, now, I could probably give you a really, really, really good month, and that's all I got.
Yeah.
I could give you a good solid month. I could maybe take 60, 70 at-bats. You can stick me at first base, no problem. He goes, but all I got's about a month in me.
Right. Cappy, Andy Kamenetsky has just texted us and said, I'm listening now. I keep picturing Cappy's intern like the episode of Seinfeld when Kramer hired his intern, Darren, for Kramerica Industries.
That's kind of funny. My intern has he's got this kind of long hair that sort of comes down over his face. You know what I mean?
He's like Sunshine in that movie, the football movie with the Denzel Washington.
What was? Oh yeah, kind of like Sunshine, I guess. I'm just trying to picture Sunshine. I got to Google Sunshine. Kind of like Sunset is, I think, more like his hair. Is kind of to describe it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. But by the way, you had to see what happened, George. So we walk in because I'm showing the kid around a little bit. He's excited because he's like, "Oh wow, this is so cool, man! This is so awesome." And then what happens?
It loses its luster very quickly.
Yeah, but I had to introduce him to Morales.
Oh no!
And Morales is like, "What? You're hanging out with him? This D-bag, this loser, this idiot? You're hanging out with him?" I'm like, "Oh, this is just wonderful. This is just great. Here, this kid thinks I walk on water, and then Morales is like, this freaking moron. You're hanging out with him. What's he got you doing? You know?" And then he said all kinds of off-color things to him. And the kid was scared. He ran out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to run out of there sometimes too.
Believe me, I get it.
Cappy, before we get into, and he's right, we are going to talk about LeBron because I have a theory. I dropped this in our group text today. Remember when LeBron was in Cleveland, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, LeBron's in Cleveland." Oh my God. Remember all that?
I do. I remember because people were like, oh, look at LeBron sitting courtside in his white jeans. Is it that time of the year? Can you wear white jeans yet? Also, look at him drinking the Opus One. And look at Savannah sitting there with that hat because she doesn't want anybody seeing her, but yet it stands out like a sore thumb. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I've got a theory on what he was doing in Cleveland, and it has something to do with something I mentioned here on the show just a couple of weeks ago. How about that? All right. So I'm going to let your brain work there for a second.
Okay.
But before that, why don't you tell us about your friends at Coors?
I would love to. Hey, you know, there are about 3 cases of Coors Light that are in the kitchen here at 710. And people keep coming up to me like as if they're mine. They're like, hey, Cap, you know, it's Thursday. You mind if I take a 6-pack of the Coors Light? I'm like, hey, Coors Light for everybody at 710. Coors Light for everybody throughout all of L.A. County. You want Coors Light? You got Coors Light. You want to go to the store and pick it up? You can do it. You want to have it delivered to your crib? You can do that too. And you know what? The one thing that brings us all together, because you know we're all about choosing chill here in Southern California, it's that icy cold Coors Light. And you know when that silver bullet can and those mountains turn blue, it is time for an icy cold Coors Light. Here's what I'd like you to do. Visit the website cachoosechill.com to learn all about it. cachoosechill.com. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And as always, when drinking icy cold Coors Light, celebrate responsibly.
Hey parents, another fun fact for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. They are open 7 days a week, so your child can be seen any day of the week, and they take emergencies, which is obviously something you need to be aware of because you never know when those emergencies will come about.
And it is Sedano and Cap here Thursday afternoon. Today is piercing day. Piercing day. I bet you back in the day, Cappy had some piercings, or at least one. And let's wish him happy 56th birthday. He was the lead singer of New Edition, then went solo when the entire band went solo. Happy birthday, Ralph Tresvant. And yes, a little sensitivity. Shit out of what Cap continues your Thursday afternoon right now.
Oh, come on. They don't make music like this anymore.
Doesn't seem like such a bad thing.
I mean, this is an R&B sound, Cappy, that is very, very 90s.
We had a lot of conversation around here yesterday about the 90s when my boy David Lasher came in.
Yeah.
A lot of 90s talk around here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the AOL thing.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Well, when I was going over some of my quiz questions yesterday before the show, I was just thinking of some other ones like, I asked DeAndre some of them just out of curiosity since he's not a 90s baby. He was like not in existence really yet. And I was like, you know what dial-up internet is? And he's like, no. And I was like, really? And I was like, you never heard the sound like... Well,
like, if you go to my Twitter, it's
Yeah.
I have it. I quote tweeted a thing that happened to like have the actual sound last night.
Right,
when
I played it for him.
when I got home.
I played it for him. I was like, this is what we had to do literally every time we got on the internet. And he had this look on his face like, what the hell? And then I was like, yeah. And like, you know, you'd have to like, you'd get
It'd be like a
kicked off.
dial-up sound, right? Yeah,
DeAndre,
like
I
a
don't think you
dial-up.
understand. We back in the day,
Use the audio,
We-
Lindsay.
we
I
used to-
think we can pull
right?
it now.
We used to all have home phone lines.
Yeah.
And we would have to plug our computers essentially into the home phone line. And then the only way to get on the internet was to use America Online. And it had this horrible sound. And George, I'm trying to remember, like, did that mean that your phone was no longer available? I think so, right? Like, you couldn't, I don't think so, could you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
couldn't use your phone. And then if somebody picked up the phone while you were connected, it would disconnect.
But dude, you got to understand, this is
Listen,
like
it's like this. Listen.
1996. Next.
Right.
There you go. That's when you knew you were getting on. Yeah, ooh, I'm getting on the internet.
I was telling him, I was like, the computers, they were like connecting on the little icons on the screen. And then sometimes it wouldn't connect or it'd be busy.
And dude, you used to have to get on the internet. They'd give you a CD. You'd put it in your computer, and you wouldn't really download it, but that's how you got, like, I don't know, what was it, George? 15 minutes of free internet time or something through America
Yep.
Online? Something
Well,
like
they
that?
would give you hours eventually on those discs, but
Yeah.
you'd have hours, yes, eventually. But it
What-
started off as minutes.
What
yes.
year did everybody here get their first computer? George?
I had like an Apple back in the one of the like my dad was like really like big on like he saved a ton of money, like you know my parents were working multiple jobs, and he got us one fairly early, like in my lifetime. So I want to say like not like I was older than my daughter, but probably like if I had to guess like 1990-ish or 91,
Okay,
something like
so
that.
that was like a tower, like a Mac tower, like with the little small green screen kind of a thing?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was like 1998 when our family got our first family computer.
Okay, for me.
And I had floppy disks.
Oh,
back then.
yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Floppy disk, a floppy disk, yeah. My first computer, 1996, when somebody told me you got to get on the internet, and I'm like, how do I do that? And they're like, you got to get a computer. I'm like, I do? Okay. And so I had like one of those big box screens,
Yeah.
that was separate from the keyboard and the whole deal. And then I
Yeah.
had those America Online discs, and that was it.
Yeah, you get on, you
1996.
get in those chat rooms.
Right.
You go,
1996.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Right.
Yeah.
And times are different, man.
Yeah, times are different. You guys don't even understand. Like, we all grew up, we didn't have cell phones. Can you imagine going to school now without a computer?
Oh, you can't do it.
Right.
Everything's done online.
Right. This
Yeah,
is why
I
none of you
remember-
kids can write.
I remember my first friend
With a
that had
pen.
a cell phone.
Yeah.
Javier Garcia. He was
Hey,
the
shout
first.
out.
Yeah, he and because he was his mom got him one because he had like a lot of extracurricular activities, and it was right when he got his car. When he got a car, his mom bought him like a used car, and she's like, I need to know where you're at. His dad had passed away when we were little. And so she wanted to make sure she knew where he was, right? So like she bought him one of those brick cell phones back in the day.
Yeah, the big old bricks. Now, prior to that, I remember in 1987-ish. Don't look at me like I'm some old man when I say 1987, okay? I remember the principal in my high school had like a briefcase, and that briefcase was a cell phone. And
Yeah,
we
I believe-
thought,
What?
Dude, we thought, dude, I can make a call on the principal's cell phone. This is so incredible. And then we also thought anybody who had a cell phone was big time. So like my father, his first cell phone was like one of
You
these
either
big
someone really
Motorola's.
important or like I remember when I said to my dad, I said, hey, I want like a beeper, like a pager or like a cell phone. He's like, you either got to be a doctor or a drug dealer to get one of those.
Right.
My dad said the same thing.
I'm telling you, my dad had one of those big brick phones, and like I'd sit there at a stoplight so that people could hear me in the next car going, sell. I said sell. No, buy. That's right, buy. Like I thought like I was a business tycoon. You know what I mean? 16 years old, and I got one of these giant cell phones. All right, George, listen, you say you have a LeBron theory. This I cannot wait to hear.
So remember a couple of weeks ago. So LeBron was obviously in Cleveland. Everybody was like, oh, my God, LeBron's in Cleveland. What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, my God, he's up to something. Something's happening.
But that's only because everything LeBron does has a meaning. That's what everybody says. He's so
strategic.
smart. He's so
it is
calculated.
strategic.
He's so
Yes.
strategic. So everything he does has
I
a
believe
meaning.
that.
Okay.
I believe that. Just like I'm strategic when I tell you it's the Waba Grill Sedano and Cap 4 o'clock hour here presented by our friends at Waba Grill. Kids eat free. At Waba Grill, bring your kids in for a free chicken or tofu mini bowl with an entree purchase weekdays after 4 and all weekend long. Restrictions apply. So, remember a couple of weeks ago, I had told you, Cappy, I think that the Lakers are going to go in one of two directions. They're either going to go for a third star who will be that bridge star, right? The bridge after LeBron with AD that'll kind of line up to the AD timeline, or they'll go and maybe do the Boston route, which is they'll trade their assets for multiple players who can add to their depth, right?
Okay. All right.
So when we were talking about the star players, you said to me, well, what about Donovan Mitchell, right? And I said, yeah, I don't see Donovan Mitchell with the Lakers. I said at the time, I believe like the Heat and the Nets will be the two teams that I think it'll boil down to for Donovan Mitchell. And maybe I'll be wrong, but I think those are the two teams because the Nets have the most picks of this group, including the Lakers.
I think I'm starting to see a roadmap here as to where you're going.
Okay. And the reason and by the way, they also have functional players that they can trade because Cleveland is going to, if they're going to lose Donovan Mitchell, they're going to want some players that can play right away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Miami doesn't have as many picks as the Nets, but they definitely have players that are functional right away. So that's why I thought Donovan Mitchell at the time would probably end up in one of those two spots if he left Cleveland.
Okay.
And the three guys I mentioned to you, I said one of them I don't like as the fit, Trae Young. I think that, could AD account for his lack of defense? Maybe. I said, but I do think that Trae Young probably is a better fit in San Antonio with Wemby because they want to expedite that timeline, and Wemby is an even better defensive player, I think, than even AD. You know what I mean? Like,
hold on. Do I have to send you to your own terminal?
No. Well, I mean, I'm just telling you what I think, particularly projecting moving forward.
Wow.
So the other two guys I said one guy is a name that
Just in case.
a name that we already know. I think the Lakers could potentially, this was a reckless speculation on my part.
Like that.
Kick the tires
on
DeJounte Murray, who was a guy that we kicked the tires on around here during the trade deadline.
Right.
And then there was a third player. Do you remember the third player I mentioned?
The third player you mentioned. Let's see. Murray. Let's see here.
Trae.
Right. And no.
Darius Garland.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Cleveland
Darius Garland.
Cavaliers.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And I said that. And I said that's more of a, let's just say, an educated, somewhat informed, reckless guess. Okay?
Not reckless.
Combination of those. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say I felt confident that he would potentially at least be someone they could kick the tires on because I think that the Mitchell stuff won't work for them, right? Like, it's just, I don't know if Donovan, if it's going to work for the Lakers or for Donovan for that matter, or even for Cleveland potentially. But I think that Garland could potentially be had in the right scenario. Okay. That's what I said at the time. And I told you, I said, I feel like I'm putting together some tea leaves there, but I think that maybe that ends up being something down the road. Just remember that name. So with LeBron in Cleveland, if I had to recklessly guess and speculate as to what he was doing, I think he's taking a closer look at Darius Garland, perhaps.
But I thought that LeBron doesn't make personnel moves.
No, I don't think that LeBron necessarily makes personnel moves, but I think that I told you that I thought the Lakers would kick the tires on him. So because Rob Pelinka has said that him, LeBron, and AD are collaborative, and they work in unison, I'm guessing those potentially could have been conversations they've had.
And you know that all of the reports out of Cleveland, ever since they got bounced the other night, is that if, like, the Cavs are, I guess Donovan Mitchell appears to possibly be leaning towards re-signing. However, the two of them, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, are not going to play on the same floor again with the Cavs.
Okay. So now LeBron was there not on his own, like, hey, I just want to go to a game. I want to go home. It's
well,
more of
I don't listen.
mission.
I think more than two things can be true at once.
I've heard
they were
this.
there for Mother's Day weekend. Savannah's mom's there. His mom is there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to take in the game. There could be multiple reasons to be there. So we'll leave it there. We can reassess this in a moment because Dr. Clapper is going to join us here for his weekly visit. So we'll get back to that in the 5 o'clock hour. But first, Cappy, you should tell us about your prize picks for tonight.
So let me tell you about what I did here on Prize Picks. And I would encourage everybody who's listening to download the Prize Picks app. Use my code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. They will match your first deposit 100% up to $100. Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy app, and it is completely legal here in California. And what I did today was this. If you remember, they gave us Caitlin Clark on Tuesday for half a point. So we know that she scored 20 points or 21 points in that game. So that was an easy win, okay? But then I took the 17-year-old international phenom in dart throwing that is Luke Littler. And I needed Luke Littler to throw for more than 3 180s. But you know what he did, George? He threw for 3 180s. So rather than my $20 turning into $60, 3-1, because Luke Littler hit it on the nose at 3 180s, I actually had my $20 turn into $30. So I was a winner, but I wasn't as big of a winner as I wanted to be. But that's okay. I'll take the win. Any win is a good win. So here's what I want you guys to do. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Cappy. They'll match your deposit 100% up to $100. And thank you to everybody who's listening right now. You have made us 710 the #1 sports radio station in America for downloads of Prize Picks. So if you haven't done it yet, do it right now. Dr. Clapper next. Get that Prize Picks.
To Sedano and Cap more at 4 p.m.
And it is Sedano and Cap here Thursday afternoon. On this day, back in 1866, root beer was invented by Charles Elmer Hyers in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You know, Barks root beer makes a nice zero sugar one, by the way. And on this day in 1966, what is considered one of the greatest albums ever made, Paul McCartney once called it the greatest album ever made, the Beach Boys released the album Pet Sounds. Sedano and Cap continues your Thursday afternoon right now.
I may not always love you, but long as there are stars.
Tell you right now, Big D don't know nothing about no Beach Boys.
No.
Sure don't.
Big D, don't worry. I barely know anything about the Beach Boys.
Beach Boys were bomb, dude.
I mean, that.
My favorite Beach Boys song, though. This is one you would probably get into, Big D. Be true to your school.
Be true to your school.
That's right. Be true to your school now. Just like you were to your girl or guy. Be true to your school now. Let your colors fly.
I don't know if I can get into
No,
that.
you get
No,
into
no,
it.
you wouldn't,
No,
because
it
I
would.
didn't.
It would.
So you're good.
You would. No, it's good. Beach Boys, old school, man.
Trust me when I tell you that. You wouldn't. It's okay. It's not for everybody.
No, not for everybody. It's,
Yeah.
it's an acquired taste.
You know who is
sure.
for everybody? Dr. Clapper, who joins us every week here on the show.
How are you?
He's not an acquired taste. He is the taste.
Doctor, you like the Beach Boys? How are you? Are you a Beach Boys guy, Doctor? I mean, we see you surfing every weekend.
You know, I in the operating room, depending on which number of the case in the day, I first start with Eric Clapton, then I get to George Michael, then I get to Gloria Estefan, and I always end with Sade.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You always got to close it up with
Yeah,
Sade. I
right.
get you.
Secret taboo.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I do. Beach Boys, no.
Beach Boys
no.
are out, huh?
Even
There
on
you
the
go.
surfer.
Even when you're surfing, huh?
Dr. Clapper, I have something for you real quick before we get into, because I know we want to talk about Clayton Kershaw with you because he is back throwing again.
Yes.
But before that, we were just talking about the 90s a moment ago. And
Yes.
I'm going to play a piece of sound for you, and I want to know if you can recognize what this sound is. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead. Play it, Lindsay.
Oh, God. That's the sound. You're dialing up the internet, or you dialed someone's fax machine instead of
It
their
is the
phone
internet.
number.
It is the internet. Yes, it is the dial-up internet
yeah.
from back in the day. Yes.
Oh, gosh. Don't.
Remember
the
those days?
bad old days, not the good old days.
Yeah, much easier these days, Dr. Clapper. Much like modern
for
medicine makes things easier for athletes. So tell us about what you think about Kershaw's return to the mound, or his eventual return to the mound as he gets back to throwing again.
Well, pitchers, they know something's up when they use that radar gun and start to see the velocity of the pitch start to go down. They know something's up. And I want to do a Clapper vision to explain what exactly is happening. And in your mind, I want to paint a picture of either a pair of scissors or a pair of pliers. You know that bolt that connects the two arms of the scissors or the pliers? When it's nice and tight, you can cut beautifully the paper or really grab something well with a nice tight grasp with the pliers, but that bolt has to be solid. Well, the speed that is generated by the body to throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball comes from the spine, your back, those back muscles. And the bolt is your shoulder. Your arm is the other side of the scissor, the other arm of the pliers or the scissor. So the connection between your arm and your spine is your shoulder. So if the bolt is wobbly or loose, you can't use the scissor and cut really well, or the pliers. Well, you can't connect your spine and the power that's created for the 100-mile-an-hour to the arm if there's looseness in your shoulder. And so what Clayton Kershaw had done is tightening the capsule and what's called the glenohumeral ligaments. You tighten them up like you're tightening the bolt between the two arms, and now you'll see his velocity come back up.
Doc, since we're talking about Clayton Kershaw, I just want to ask you, there's like this possibility.
How was that clapper vision, Cappy?
it was fantastic.
Listen, well, Doc, as you were saying it, I had my hands in the scissor motion, and I could see that bolt holding the scissor, and I could actually imagine myself cutting something with loose scissors and not doing a very good job. So it was a brilliant illustration. But do you think? Thank you so much. Do you think that there's really any chance that Ohtani could pitch before this season is over, given his second Tommy John surgery?
He's also throwing as well. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. And the reason is another advance in the technology that we really didn't have in 1974 when Dr. Jobe, who I trained with, invented the Tommy John surgery. Because here's another clapper vision. The original Tommy John surgery was like looking at, do you remember those Converse sneakers that we used to wear made of canvas, and you cross the loops and you have the holes in the tongue, and that's how you make your laces?
You mean the Chucks?
Well, Dr. Jobe, yeah, exactly. So Chuck Taylor,
right.
that was the name, the canvas sneakers, I remember that. So you crisscross to make the laces, but it goes through holes in the tongue to do the crisscross, and then you tighten those sneakers by tightening the laces. Well, Tommy John surgery is done because the ulnar collateral ligament on the little, if your palms up, everybody feel their arm, palms up, feel the pinky side of your elbow, feel the elbow joint. That is exactly where the ulnar collateral ligament is. And as it stretches out, because they're putting such high torque on their elbow, which is a hinge, but they're asking for rotation. So with time, they stretch out that ligament, just like your foot is coming out of your sneaker because your shoelace is untied. What do? You bend over and you pull on your strings, and those crossing of the strings of your shoelaces now tighten the tongue, and your foot stays more stable in the shoe. Well, that's exactly what Dr. Jobe said. Let's tighten it. What does he do? We literally drill holes in your elbow, in your humerus and your olecranon, and we take a tendon like shoelaces and we tighten it up. That's what we did in 1974. But why do I believe Shohei Ohtani is going to come back way sooner than you think? It's because now we have an additional thing that we do. We repair the old stretched out ulnar collateral ligament at the same time as we do the ligament repair with something called an internal brace. And that is the big technology. We put an additional rope, if you will, that gives it much more stability. So you watch. He'll be back a lot sooner than anyone says.
Wow.
Well, it's interesting because, and we're going to play the audio later, Mark Pryor, their pitching coach, was talking about the expectation is perhaps even for the postseason. So we'll have more on that later. So, yeah, Dr. Clapper, it looks like you're spot on. Dr. Clapper, I will ask you this. Is my UCL a problem in my right arm? Like sometimes when I'm laying on my right arm, on my elbow, I have like that kind of like, your kind of your arm falls asleep thing that happens, like is that the UCL then? Do I have a UCL issue then in my elbow?
You should operate immediately, Dr. Clapper.
George, you're pregnant. That's what it means. No.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
No, I want you to think of your elbow as a 7-layer cake.
Yeah.
Literally, when I go to surgery tomorrow, I'm going to be going through 7 different layers before I get into the joint of someone's hip, their knee, their shoulder that I'm doing tomorrow. And that's how you have to think of your elbow, George. You have the skin, then the subcutaneous fat, then the saran wrap we call fascia. Then we have the fascia surrounding the muscle. Then we have the tendons. Then we have the ligaments. This is all before you get into the joint of the elbow. So the ulnar collateral ligament is the deepest cake in the 7-layer cake. But if you have irritation to the icing on the top, you will have that nerve injury or feeling, which is the ulnar nerve, the funny bone nerve. So please don't worry. You don't have an ulnar collateral ligament issue.
And mazel tov on your pregnancy.
So what do I got to do to get rid of that thing? It drives me nuts. It wakes me up in the middle of the night because my arms falling asleep.
So this is what you have to do. I told you, I've written a bunch of books, Heal Your Hips, Heal Your Knees. You know what the next book is called?
What?
Stop exercising. You're killing yourself. And then it's going to say, let me explain. You are suffering from an overuse syndrome. So when you're doing your curls, your bench presses, your push-ups in the gym, your elbow don't like it. Intellectually, you think, well, I can do it. But your body is whispering to you, don't wait for it to shout at you. You need to change how you're holding the weights, how you're holding your hands in your push-ups. You got to change something. Otherwise, you're hurting yourself.
The form. All right, different form, Dr. Clapper. I'll work on that. Thank
form.
you. I appreciate that.
Different
there it is.
form. Yeah,
you're listening to KSBN Los Angeles. By the way, Dr. Clapper joining us here. All right, Dr. Clapper, one last thing before we go. I know that I think you know I'm doing the Dallas game on Saturday, and I know you wanted to talk about an injury to the shoulder of one of their best defenders, Maxi Kleba. So if you got a Clapper vision on that, feel free.
I do. He dislocated his clavicle. So everybody feel their shoulder now, feel your collarbone, and now feel towards the outside most portion of your shoulder. That bone on top is called the acromion. And where they meet is the AC joint, the acromioclavicular joint. You can feel it right in front and on top of your shoulder where those two bones come together. And when he fell playing against the Clippers, he didn't just bruise the connection between the clavicle and the acromion. He didn't just strain the ligament. He dislocated the clavicle from meeting the acromion. But again, back to the 7-layer cake, what is the reason he's not coming back so fast? Maybe he just has a bump and it's a bruise. No. And the Clapper vision I will give you is when there's a tornado or heavy wind, it could rip the roof in shingles off the roof, or a tree can fall and damage your roof. But it's no big deal if you go inside and look up at the ceiling and the ceiling still doesn't have any water damage. But if that tree ripped the shingles, damaged the roof, and now your ceiling has water damage, you can see that soiling on the top, the deeper structure has been damaged. So what's deeper to the AC joint? The rotator cuff. And it gets bruised. It can get injured pretty significantly. And that's why you can't say just shoot him up, make it numb, and he can come back. There's a lot more that happens to the shoulder when the grade 3 AC separation occurs. You got to think about what lives below that joint, and that's the reason they ain't going to see that beautiful defender so quickly.
All right, Dr. Clapper, you're the man. Thank you for joining us as you do every Thursday, buddy. Appreciate the time as always.
I really love it. Thanks so much, guys.
You got it.
Clapper.
How are you?
How are you?
All right, so what do we want to do here, Linz? Are we breaking? Are we going? Like, what do we want to do here?
What do we want to do here, Linz?
Take a break.
Oh, really?
All right. Well, let me tell people about my home away from home. I'll be headed there tomorrow, Los Angeles International Airport, where changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the traveler experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. I'll be using that tomorrow as well. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding. Who doesn't want to get to their flight faster, man? And a new facility for your friends and family visiting will all have a major rental car brands, we'll have all the major rental car brands under one roof. And in the future, the People Mover train will connect all the travelers, not only to the different terminals, not only to the rental car facility, but to LA Metro. That's right. If you're local, you don't even need a car to go to LAX because they've got that Metro station right there on Century. And then the People Mover train will get you right to your terminal. So check out their website, flylax.com, for more information. That's flylax.com.
5:07 in the Southland on a Thursday afternoon. Before we get to what you need to know, a special edition. Are we ready in there?
Yeah.
5 years ago today. Hit the sound, Big D.
The Lakers. That's fine.
That's that's good.
It's a trade asset.
Yeah.
That's still great.
Oh, I know this.
You Knicks fans, you still stink. You still stink, Knicks fans. You're not getting Zion. You didn't deserve him anyway.
Oh, the New Orleans Pelicans get the number 1 pick.
David Griffin.
David Griffin gets
Congratulations
the
to
number 1 pick.
David Griffin.
Wow.
He deserves it.
Wow.
5 years ago today.
That went so viral back then, and Knicks fans still give me grief over it whenever I do one of their games. Even at Summer League, they'll post that all over it'll get on. I'll get mentioned with that and tagged on that. Carlo brought it up to me the other day, and so did Alex, our friend, the security guard. But yeah, 5 years ago today. That was Byron Scott, by the way, doing the show with me.
Byron Scott's a smart guy. He wants LeBron to be the head coach.
Right, except he can't be.
Well, even if he could be, he should be.
But I think he said the same thing about Magic 40 years ago.
You think so?
I think he did the exact same bit. Was like Magic should be the head coach.
The bit works. It works when you have Magic or you have LeBron.
Hey,
Play the hits.
bits don't crack, man.
Right.
No.
Bits don't crack.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
thank you to
give me
Dr.
the
Clapper.
origin.
Well, I'm surprised you're here, Christopher.
I'm here every day except Fridays. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I won't be doing rejoins, just so you know.
Why not?
I'll be playing golf, actually.
Really, with who?
Some friends.
Oh, so this is not a business golf?
It is. It's always business a little bit, but I need a break from this place.
Come on, man.
Especially you walking around with interns. Pepe just walks in, doesn't ask anybody. He doesn't even text the host. It just goes on the air now.
I can't walk around with interns?
I don't know. Can you have Pepe and the intern do a show?
How about
and
if I
no,
get-
don't tell anybody. Just go on the air.
How about if I get Pepe to be my intern?
How great would this? If Pepe just walks in like on Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
just turns the network off and just goes
Just
on.
go.
Just go. This is the Pepe
listen,
show.
Why not? He should lead into my game on Saturday. Well, actually,
How
we
many
have,
times do you think? Now, I did record an open for tomorrow. I
Wait.
pre-recorded-
So wait. So
ahead.
we have. I know that there's a baseball game I saw on the
Yes,
schedule
yeah.
till 4:00, and then our coverage for basketball doesn't start till 5. How about Pepe does 4 to 5?
And do you want an audience for your basketball game or no?
Whoa! What the hell?
You're saying that Pepe wouldn't be a good
I think
lead-in?
Pepe's solo, running his own board and producing his own show might be tough.
Be great. Just make sure you got YouTube
and just make sure,
running.
and the YouTube component will be running
Right,
while
but
he's
then we
doing
need
all
a
of it.
YouTube staff.
Yeah.
Do we? Pepe can do it all, man. A
I
one-man
know.
band.
He's a one-man band.
That's it. He got cymbals on his feet. You know, he got a guitar in his hand.
By the way, the last time Sedano promoted Saturday content this hard,
Yeah.
he did a Saturday show 5 years ago. Remember when we did that All-Star remote? When
I don't
All-Star
even
Weekend was
remember.
here, like in 2018? We did that
Oh,
Saturday
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Speaking of LZ and Key, apparently Key's podcast today, I just saw the episode dropped. It's LZ and Key on all breaks, no facts, or lots of edits, or whatever it's called.
Right.
Can you imagine what that sounds like, George?
Oh, I got listen to that.
I got anxiety thinking about those two just doing a show by themselves.
Oh, dude, when I drive back to South LA tonight, I'm definitely going to be listening to that. And where do I find it?
I don't know.
I thought it's in the witness protection
Wherever
program.
you find your podcast.
Oh, really? It's like anywhere? It's like I can find
Where do we find the Cappy Cast?
well, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher,
there you
Google
go.
Play, TuneIn, and Amazon Music.
I'm sure you can find it on all those same places too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll look on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, and Amazon Music.
You got that down, Cappy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, is tonight the Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night?
It
Yeah,
is.
that's what I was going to do
Yep.
for what you need to know.
Well, let's
brought
do
to you
it.
by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Lynn.
All right, so what you need to know is, like George mentioned, tonight is Ohtani bobblehead night over at Dodger Stadium, and the first 40,000 fans will get an Ohtani bobblehead, and a special 1,700 fans at random will get a secret gray road jersey Ohtani bobblehead. Now,
Wow.
what's so crazy about this is
Does
that
it come with his gambling picks for tonight or no?
not
Is
tonight.
Ipe
Now, Cappy, do you know why there's why 1,700?
Why 1,700?
Because that's how much money he lost.
I was going to say that was the number of bets that Ipe made in one day.
Do you want to know why 1,700?
Tell us why, George. Tell us.
It's his number, 17.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
Tracker
it was
17.
His number's not 1,700.
No, it's not 17.
It would have been way cool if they only gave out 17, but then the people would be selling them on eBay and stuff.
Right.
Well, people are going to sell them on eBay anyway.
I mean, that's true, too.
Do you know that people have been lining up outside of the gates of Dodger Stadium for the past, they started lining up 3 hours ago.
Well,
it's
listen,
insane.
But it makes all the sense in the world because here's the deal. There are going to be 41,700 Ohtani bobbleheads given away tonight, and there are going to be 56,000 people in Dodger Stadium tonight. And that means...
That is great math, Cappy. Good job.
Well, I was just trying to do the subtraction here in a second. That means that there's going to be about 14,000 people that go to Dodger Stadium wanting a bobblehead that aren't getting a bobblehead. Oh, man. It could be rough out there tonight. Seriously.
Yeah,
the lines...
some fights.
Seriously. People are going to want those bobbleheads.
You know, when I was lived in Cleveland still, and I really wanted an extra Albert Bell bobblehead for my sister who loves Albert Bell, so I took my 2-year-old nephew at the time, bought him a ticket, and made him go in with me, and then I couldn't give it to my sister because he wanted to keep it. He was like, "I love my Bumblehead," and so
Why
I
don't you
couldn't
give her yours?
No. I was keeping mine. I went there and got it.
That was a long turn for a Cleveland mention, but I like it.
It was
It was a long, I mean, we came all the way out here and then all the way in.
Right.
People,
and an
I
Albert
mean,
Bell mentioned, by the way.
Some people probably thought maybe
Random.
if they go early enough, they
I
can.
mean, if you would have gone like Manny Wood there, like
That
I would
would've
have
been
thought,
a-
like Manny
No.
Ramirez at least had a Dodger tie-in there. Like Albert Bell never even played here.
Hey, Manny Wood was hot for like a year.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
By the
And
way,
he's my favorite
getting there
player of all
early-
time, too.
Getting there early, getting parked, getting in line, and standing in line for like 2 hours because you've got to have this bobblehead. Listen, people freaking love bobbleheads.
They do.
They love them.
They love Ohtani anything. I remember when they gave away the Ohtani shirts with his face all over it at the Angels game, and I didn't get one because at the time I was producing Mason in Ireland, and there's no way I was going to get there in time for first pitch
You
or
didn't
to
ask
get
everybody
one.
to get out early so you could go get the...
No,
You
I
didn't
did
do
not.
that?
That actually, I did, and I was told that it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't get there in time anyway. We tried that.
I know we
It's an
did.
inside joke, Shan.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't get one, but then a listener sent it to the station for me. So that was
Aw,
awesome.
That was lovely.
By the way, has Mason invited you to Tuesday night? I believe he wants a bunch of us to go to Mookie bobblehead night at Dodger Stadium.
This
Yeah,
upcoming
it's the
Tuesday?
21st.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be here, so.
I got to look at my calendar. Tuesday night, huh? Tuesday the 21st. There's a combo plate that day.
Oh, what are we comboing into? Oh, the Western
Oh,
Conference?
because the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're comboing into George.
Right. There's a combo plate. So
Comboing into George.
3 to 5 is the combo play. I could go to the Dodger game that night. I could go to the Yamava dugout seats yet again. I'm not going where Mason. I'm not doing this whole Mason thing, dude. I do
Where
it my way.
Bergman looks
Well,
terrified
remember, though,
again.
you won't. It won't be as easy to walk around because you'll just have a ticket. You know what I'm saying?
I need to get a credential.
I don't think we're getting 7 credentials. I
No,
don't-
that's-
If you
I
get a
know.
credential, you don't get a bobblehead.
yeah, that's true too.
Okay, well then, I guess, it's a Mookie bobblehead, right?
Yes.
I want an Ohtani bobblehead.
Maybe someone will trade you, Cap.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
Christopher, why don't you tell us about Underdog?
Yeah, tell us about Underdog.
Yeah,
Speaking
Please,
of
tell us about
Ohtani,
Underdog.
so here's the thing. I got to change things up because I just keep losing.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I've never had so much fun losing at something in my life, at this, in my life.
Okay.
It's Underdog Fantasy Sports.
Let's take a look at Ohtani.
Have you gotten the promo code out yet? 710. Now, here's what I want my friends to do. All of you in the COT, all of you on the Reddit page that hate me, but at least support me because I'm on a losing streak. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or get the new mobile app. Download it. Put in promo code 710. BAM! You know what you're going to get, Cappy?
Say damn to that bam.
You're going to say you're going to get a mystery
So
special
loud.
pick to use on your first pick 'em entry and a deposit offer. Underdog Fantasy promo code 710 to claim your new customer special or UnderdogFantasy.com. I'm going to do something different tonight. I've been sticking to NBA playoffs, and I'm still going to take the Joker lower than 29.5 points tonight. But I'm going to take Shohei. I'm going to take him higher than 0.5 home runs, which means
I like that
I need
play.
him to hit a home run
I
tonight.
like that play.
And then that's my scorcher. So I bet $5, a $5 entry for $30 because I got to get back, man. I got to get back. Underdog Fantasy. It's my new addiction. It could be your new addiction. Promo code 710. I need the General Crypto Ray. Why are you making that face?
Because I'm looking at these numbers that you're talking about, and this is some good payout.
I was texting with the General last night on my way home. I told him, General, download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code 710. Talk about it on 2 Dudes, 1 Pod. I think I'm going to be a guest soon on 2 Dudes, 1 Pod.
I know we're all going to be.
And I'm going to tell him the behind-the-scenes skinny of the Kaplan intern. Underdog Fantasy. Get that fever this weekend. Promo code 710. And then you can be beautiful, man.
All right, parents, here's some fun facts for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. First tooth, first visit. Once those teeth pop out, you gotta bring them to Children's Dental Fun Zone. And as far as ortho is concerned, you gotta get those kids here by the age of 8.
Sedano and Cap more at 4 p.m.
And it is Sedano and Cap here Thursday afternoon. Today is Sea Monkey Day. And on this day, in 1984, Prince released When Doves Cry as the lead single from Purple Rain. Sedano and Cap continues your Thursday afternoon right now.
Now this I can tell you as a matter of fact. Big D, you don't know nothing about When Doves Cry. You don't know nothing about no Purple Rain. Man, you ain't know nothing about no Apollonia all up in it.
Man, I know everything about Purple Rain.
You know nothing about
He went and saw the movie after you asked him.
Did you see the movie?
A little bit of it. It's kind of slow. Man.
I told you.
It's kind of slow.
Really? So what did you do? You turned it off?
I didn't turn it off. I was like, I'll come back to this. And I
fell asleep.
That means you turned it off.
You fell asleep. It's okay. It's a slow-ass movie.
Turn it off.
That movie was 40 years old.
I'm going to come back to it.
I'm going to come back to it.
Yeah, it's a 40-year-old movie. It ain't holding up. You know what I mean? So
that's why you need to see 8 Mile, dog.
I'm sure he's already seen 8 Mile.
He ain't seen no 8 Mile.
Man, you don't know about no 8 Mile.
No, I know all about 8 Mile. 8
no.
Mile, 16 Mile, 24 Mile. I know all them miles.
That's right, Iron Man.
In a matter of 8s.
Cappy, who do you like tonight in this game? Who did you put on your prize picks for Denver and Minnesota?
I took Joker tonight to go for more than 29 points scored.
So you went opposite of Chris and his underdog then.
Yeah, I took Ohtani tonight to have a home run. I kind of figure if Ohtani has his bobblehead night tonight, he gotta have a home run for the home crowd. You know.
Yeah.
I just kind of feel like Ohtani's having, and here we are. We're May 16th. I only know the date because it's my daughter's birthday and your daughter's birthday, and I figure it's Ohtani bobblehead night. I think the number right now, somebody could check me on this, is it 12 home runs or 13 home runs for Ohtani? I think it's 12. So to get to 13 home runs on bobblehead night, you know what? Maybe Ohtani will hit 2 home runs tonight.
Maybe, Cappy.
Maybe. 56,000 people, electric atmosphere, Cincinnati in town, people in line right now at Dodger Stadium, George, listening to Sedano and Cap on the ESPN LA app.
Yeah.
The excitement, the buzz, the electricity. I got Ohtani to hit a home run tonight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the way he's tearing the cover off the ball, I mean, any Ohtani play is probably a smart play. I actually like Minnesota to win tonight. I originally had this situation going down in 7, so I still feel confident that that Denver will win the series, but I kind of like Minnesota today.
I would love to see Minnesota win this game just for the excitement.
For the drama of a Game 7.
Of a Game 7.
Yeah, but you know what happens in a lot of Game 7s, right?
Tell me what happens in a lot of Game 7s.
We get a lot of blowouts in Game 7.
Well, I don't want that. I want this series to go to Game 7 so that there is this anxiety about,
it'd be great.
about how the defending champs who were down 0-2, who've stormed back to take a 3-2 lead, then find themselves tied in this series at 3 apiece, and it's just down to one game, and anything could happen in one game. And who knows if Anthony Edwards just goes off, right? So it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see Minnesota win this game tonight. What time's the game tip off?
I would agree.
5:30 on the
5:30. Yeah,
ESPN LA app.
7 minutes.
Okay, so I've got. And
Are
is
we
the game-
joining in progress later? Is that what's happening?
No, we're playing it on the app. It'll be almost
How
over
come we're
by
not
the
going
time
to the
we-
game live and then going to YouTube?
I'm right.
start,
What happened to
Cappy.
that?
Don't
so
start.
is the game on TNT tonight?
Yes.
It's on ESPN.
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
on
I'm
ESPN.
sorry. You're right. It's on ESPN.
Okay, because I got ESPN on
Yep.
this TV right here, and I don't know what I got on this TV. It just says DirecTV, and it's floating all around like I'm playing Pong all up on this TV. You feel me?
I
You know
thought
what
the
I'm saying?
Thursday games were on TNT, but I guess not.
I mean, why am
no,
I playing
right now they're
Pong
on
on
ESPN.
DirecTV? Why is
I don't
that?
know. I don't
Because
know.
Funch isn't here to change
What did
the
you?
channel.
Oh yeah, whatever was on there is not on there anymore.
Come on,
yeah.
Funch. Freaking
Funch is
Funch,
literally
man.
the only person who knows how to change all the channels in the studio. I swear.
Freaking Funch today shows up, and he's wearing like roller skating boots. No skates, no wheels on the
Wait,
bottom
what?
of them, no stoppers, dude. And that brother was wearing roller skating boots to work today.
Maybe he's getting ready to go roller skating. You
I
know,
don't know.
we got the Sedano and Cap roller skating, thing we're trying to put out there.
Well, wait a second. Didn't somebody contact us, Big D?
Yeah, someone contacted us, and they reached out. They want us to go roller skating at their place.
Right.
That's
Where's
right.
their place at?
I'm gonna find the name of it right now. Actually, it's a text message that Carlos sent. So.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody said, "Hey, we heard Big D talking about roller skating, and now that I know Funchy got them roller skating boots, he could probably just strap on those roller skates. You know those metal roller skates with those metal wheels, George? You just strap them on.
Can we have like a 70s disco roller skating party?
Hell yeah. I was thinking more of like of an 80s, like Egypt is the place to be. Egypt.
We could vote.
Egypt.
We should vote.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah. You feel me? Yeah.
We could do both.
So it was the assistant general manager at Skate Express.
Okay. Where's Skate Express at?
I'm assuming it's around here. I mean, they didn't. There's no. Oh, it's in Los Angeles. So.
Freaking Cody just hit me with the LA sign with his fingers. Cody hit me with the LA.
I thought Skatus Express.
There's one in Chino, it says.
Yeah, I looked it up just now. Right, I only see one in Chino.
Chino.
Maybe there's another one.
We go out to
but-
Chino, we're going to have to invite LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying?
Go to the hills.
Never skated.
He
Yeah,
would
Chino
probably
Hills.
show up though.
Right. I never lost on a roller skating ring. I'd take Michael Jordan to the middle of the skating rink. Yeah. I skate backwards on Michael Jordan. You know? I shuffle all over that brother.
So Cappy, actually Lonzo had some interesting comments. I thought. I don't think we have that audio.
We
but,
have it.
Oh, we do.
Correct.
So Lonzo actually weighed in. I guess he's got a podcast. I guess now too. Like I can't keep up with all the podcasts.
Everybody
honestly.
got a podcast.
I mean, good for them. You know what I mean? Like I
Not
love the
everybody
fact.
got a Cappy cast though.
But no, that is true. So I love it because it just gives us access to these guys from a sound perspective that we didn't have previously. Because remember, most athletes, when they were talking in the media, they just give you like these cliched answers, whereas we're getting like the real stuff here. So Lonzo was asked about what happened with the Lakers, and he didn't pull it all at the feet of Darvin Ham, but he did kind of, I feel like, put it enough at the feet of Darvin Ham.
Well, speaking from personal experience, I'm not a to finger, so I think it's a group. I've seen a lot of people mess up. I've seen, AD not touch the ball in the fourth, really. I've seen some Brian get back cut. I've seen rebounds be missed.
I'm not a coach,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
But to keep it short, they going off of just straight games, lost and won.
Okay.
Short
I think
ass
it's both.
playoffs. Like,
Coach
come
and
on,
players.
bro.
Like the whole team. Y'all just lost to a better team. That's just what it was for real.
Yeah, the Nuggets were just better all around.
Y'all think some adjustments could have been made? Personally, it looked like some could have been made. Some better adjustments.
But realistically, with the roster that they had, like, what do you really feel like could have been?
I told you when we were watching the game, give AD the ball.
Probably just pick me up.
Mid post or post.
I'm
running my offense through Anthony Davis.
In the post, like you felt like they were
Mid-post,
giving him the ball too
I'm
far.
I'm starting my offense with Anthony Davis. No disrespect to Reeves, but like I'm not going pick and roll with Reeves before I get him the ball in the post. Personally,
I'm not mad at that because he was doing his thing when he got the ball. Like,
and you got to
on the
make
block.
Jokic move, bro. I like that matchup 1-on-1. AD got the ball. Jokic is guarding him.
Oh, he's almost winning that matchup every time. That he didn't struggle.
Like
at
Jokic
all.
is going to kill, but I feel like AD he killed, but I feel like he could have killed even more though.
Yeah, and he didn't really get the ball like that in the fourth quarter either.
NGL, I don't know who's talking.
He would be killing, get 30 by fourth, and then he'll have one shot in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't understand.
It's LaMelo Ball, his brother, or Lonzo Ball, his brother. What is it? Which one? Yellow.
LiAngelo.
And then their buddy, who's like the host.
Okay, I couldn't tell who was who.
Well, Lonzo was the first voice you heard, the deepest one.
Okay, yeah. And then what's the other one's name? The guy who stole the watches in China. What's his
Jello.
name? Jello.
Jello. LeAngelo, but they call him
But
Jello.
Lonzo was the one that said, "Get AD the ball." There could have been adjustments made. He harped a lot on the AD aspect of it. So,
which game was it where AD had, I want to say, like 31 points in the first three quarters, and then only had one shot? It was game 2. Only had one shot in the fourth quarter and didn't score any points in the fourth quarter. Like therein lies a lot of the problem. Because if I recall, was it game 1 or was it game 2? Where they lost on the last second shot. Was it game 1? Game 2. It was that game. Game 2. So you had AD just killing people in the first three quarters, and then he just went completely silent.
Yeah. Well, and that's why they're looking for a new coach.
Well, I don't know why they're looking. They already found their coach. We already know who it is.
I'm telling you, more and more people are saying, I feel like the narrative is it's going to be JJ. But there's more and more former LeBron teammates coming out saying, don't do it, bro.
Yep, right.
We'll get to that in a little bit, too. We'll do that in like the 6 o'clock hour. Unless, you want to do it in Radio Tinder, Lindsay. It's up to you. If you want to do that.
Let's stretch that out.
All kinds of stuff for Radio Tinder.
Yeah, let's stretch that one out.
So we'll do that at 6. Because we got Tinder, we got Blake. And then Sean McVey, I thought, had a hilarious appearance on ESPN yesterday during the schedule release. Kind of ripping his office, which I thought was just really, really, really funny. But we'll get to that as well. More NFL stuff. There was so much NFL yesterday, we didn't get a chance to really kind of dissect some of it, so we'll do that in the 6 o'clock hour as well. But first, before we get to Radio Tinder, let me tell you about my buddy Jacob and Ronnie. Listen, if you've been in an accident recently and you haven't called Jacob yet, what the hell are you waiting for? You get into that accident right away, you got to call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano and Mason and the folks at 710 sent you. Not taking action could cost you money. Like, literally. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. Let's say you were injured in a car accident a few months ago. You thought the pain in your back would go away, and you never would see a doctor. But now, a few months later, it's getting worse each week. And the problem is, because it's been a few months since the accident, it's incredibly difficult to prove that your back pain was actually caused by that accident. Therefore, you're going to have to pay for this one yourself, okay, buddy? So don't put yourself in this situation. If you get injured in an accident, you call Jacob right away at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. He'll get you the doctor that you need, right? He'll get you to the doctor. No money out of pocket. And you can physically recover quickly and not have to pay for it for yourself, man. So, guys, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. You call Jacob, he'll win for you. So call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. 844-24-JACOB. Put that number in your phone, man. You get into an accident, you call them at 844-24-JACOB or visit them online at calljacob.com.
Cap, your Thursday afternoon radio Tinder time. We like to play a TV theme. She turns 51 today. Of course, she was Donna Martin on Beverly Hills 90210, but she was also the daughter of the legendary producer Aaron Spelling. Happy birthday to Tori Spelling. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Founded in the city of Downey, just like me. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Christopher. Oh, this is such a banger of a theme song, isn't it?
Yep.
Should have wished her a happy birthday today.
You should have. You still
Tori
can.
Spelling,
You
yeah.
still can. Tweet at her.
That's not a bad idea. But my boy David Lasher was here last night. He's like BFFs with her.
Why didn't he tell us? We would have recorded a special birthday greeting for her to have him show her.
George, David left last night. He and I went and grabbed a little dinner. And he goes like this to me. He goes, hey, I was thinking for the show today what I might have done. I just didn't know if you guys would be into it or not. I'm like, what? Tell me. He goes, I'm such a huge Knicks fan. I go, yeah. He goes, I was just with Ben Stiller last week, and I thought we could call him and put him on the air and talk about the Knicks with Ben Stiller.
Oh, that would have been great.
I go, bro, why didn't you tell me? We would have loved to have had Ben Stiller on the show.
Oh, my God, yeah. Next time Lash comes in, we'll do it.
Next time, Lash. You hear that, Lash? Come in again, and we'll have Ben Stiller on. We'll go through all his cool.
No, Cappy, that's what you need to do. You need to have your friends on who have actually more famous friends.
Right, exactly.
And then we can have them on to then have their more famous friends on.
Linz, I was kind of impressed with you. Kind of had a little fangirl thing going on last night with Lash.
I mean, it was Ted from Hey Dude.
True.
He was awesome. That was my favorite show. That was my first show I remember watching.
My
on
wife
TV.
told me the same thing. She used to watch Hey Dude regularly.
It was
back
great.
in the day.
And Sabrina, too, because Sabrina was part of TJIF.
Yeah.
And
I remember
love
watching Sabrina. Yeah.
I mean, and Blossom too. I was telling him how I had when I was younger. I was probably in third or fourth grade. I used to wear a sunflower hat just like Blossom, and I wore it to school every day. And even my school picture that year, I was wearing the stupid sunflower hat.
You know what I used to do? I used to walk around like Joey Lawrence all the time and go, whoa, whoa.
Did you wear the ripped jeans and the flannel around your waist?
Brown leather jacket.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We should have had him do a whoa.
Yeah.
But I like that he liked our 90s trivia.
Yes, he did.
So next time he comes in, I feel like we should do it again.
Okay.
Make him a little
he's gonna
harder,
come back. Yeah, George, when George goes on vacation, we're looking for like interesting, different kinds of things to do. We'll bring him back for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, you should have him have some tequila mandala when he's there next time, because Radio Tinder is presented by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves, available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala.
All right, guys. So a recent study suggests that older folks who are unfussy about what they eat have better cognitive function than picky peers. So the study that they did analyzed the food likes and dislikes of nearly 2,000 people over the age of 50, and it explored the link 200,000 people, over the age of 50. It explored the link between the preferences of participants and their mental well-being. And basically, the data showed that people with picky palates have poorer mental health. So if you're a picky eater, apparently you have poorer mental health, according to this study. So are you guys picky eaters? Swipe left or swipe right, George?
I was as a kid, less so as an adult, though. I'm not really very picky as far as an adult. There's certain foods I just don't like the taste of. But I would say there's not really like if someone says, hey, let's go to dinner, where do you want to go? I'm usually like, yeah, wherever you want to go is fine. Like, I'll eat something anywhere, you know? So I maybe as a child for sure, but not as an adult.
Picky eater. You know what my favorite food is?
Any food. It's easy.
Right, food.
Right. Yeah.
That's like what my dog says.
Right. My favorite food? Food. I don't care.
I'll eat anything.
But George, I'm telling you, though, you'd be proud of me the last few days, man.
Yeah, I heard you during crosstalk.
I'm off carbs. I am. I'm off carbs. I'm off sweets. I'm doing really good, and I'm feeling good. I got to tell you, I'm going to sleep. I'm not disgustingly full. And then I actually wake up feeling good and hungry.
Yeah.
I start pounding some water in the morning. I'm feeling so much better.
Have you started adding the electrolytes to your water?
I have not.
You should try that.
Okay.
I'll get you some of the, it's called Light Show. You just
Okay.
add a couple drops to your water. Also, something that has helped me that I've been doing recently is taking magnesium.
I take magnesium every night.
Yeah, it makes me it makes me sleep better. I don't wake
up
up a lot.
Well, it's for most people, not everybody, but for most people, it's like a sleep aid. Yes, and it also helps kind of keep your muscles kind of from getting tight.
Avner Gatt told me this story the other night at dinner. He said that there's this keto gummy that people take at night that kind of suppresses your hunger, and this way people don't eat late. And I'm like, I don't know anything about this keto gummy, but he sent me the thing on Amazon. So
send it to me.
I'm trying to think about that too.
Okay.
I don't really eat late though very often. Maybe on the road when I have to, you know what I mean? But on those days, like we'll eat after games sometimes, depending on if people are staying over the night. But on those days, I will not eat as much earlier in the day. I know what kind of the deal is going to be. But yeah, I don't eat very late. I'm usually. The latest I'll eat is 7 o'clock most nights.
My biggest problem is we get off the air at 7, and then I don't eat.
But I don't have dinner afterwards.
No, see, I always do.
I feel like I need to replenish.
Well, I always feel like
I don't ever. I rarely have dinner after the show.
Oh no, I do because then I go.
Unless we go to dinner,
Right.
as amongst us.
Yeah, but then I go to Rachel's house after, and then she wants to go to dinner, and then
Well,
I want to go
and
to
you
dinner.
got rid of the wine, I'm sure too. The wine
did.
doesn't help you.
I got rid of the wine, but I'm a salad man now.
Good for you, Cappy.
That's right. I'm a salad man.
I'm having fish and salad tonight. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight.
All right.
Salads are delish. All right, so I got another weird one here for you. I know that you love Ric Flair, Cappy. I'm a big wrestling fan, and we've had some discussions about him recently because he's kind of been in the news for
He
acting a
ripped
little...
Donovan Mitchell the other day.
Yeah,
he
so
also
that's-
lost his mind in that restaurant.
Right, so he lost his mind in the restaurant, and then he started tweeting about it, and then he went on a podcast about it. He's been a little
Right, but we
erratic
saw the
lately.
video of him acting like,
Kind of a jerk.
Well, he looks like he was
not
wasted.
so nice.
He was like a wasted drunk.
So, speaking of what George said, he tweeted at Donovan Mitchell because he didn't play in the Cavs game against the elimination game
Because of
against
a
the
calf
Celtics.
strain.
And this is his tweet, okay? He tweeted at him. This is like what you do, Cappy. At Spida D. Mitchell. Sore calf? Really? You would think for $32 million annual salary that you could have participated in the game tonight and represented Cleveland. I've wrestled in rotator cuffs after almost dying from surgeries and airplane crashes and never missed a match. I could never imagine missing an opportunity to star in a playoff game for the NBA championship. And you represent Cleveland. So disappointed. Apparently tonight you are taking the night off at the expense of your whole team. By the way, he's also like a big Cavs fan. He has been since LeBron has been around. So I wanted to ask you guys, have you ever ripped a celebrity or athlete or anyone on Twitter and added them like Ric Flair did? Swipe left or swipe right, Cappy?
I don't think so, at least for me. Cappy probably has, but
I don't know that I rip athletes or rip celebrities. I mean, I definitely tweet at them when I want them to know something.
Yeah.
Like, for example, what's that guy's name? Watermelon Sugar High guy? Harry something Styles. Harry Styles. When Harry Styles dropped his new joint, and me and my daughter were listening to it on vinyl, and we were dancing around, I was like, yo, at Harry Styles, me and my daughter are dancing around her room in our PJs, listening to this new joint that you dropped. Like, I want people to know. I tweet at LeBron all the time because LeBron is at some point going to answer me, and I'm actually going to get a whole bunch of Twitter followers out of it.
No.
Yes?
No, it's not.
The answer is yes.
No.
Yes, sir.
I still think we should have maybe like a monthly segment, Caps tweets to celebrities.
Yeah, I haven't tweeted to any celebrities recently. Let me think about a couple. Maybe I'll tweet to Kim Kardashian. What's the name of that underpants that she got? Skims. Those ads are everywhere. And the WNBA players that are wearing these Skims, whoa. I mean, they're just attractive young ladies. That's all I'm saying. They're just attractive.
I mean, they're in underwear ads. I mean, it's okay.
No, to say what?
But they're attractive young ladies.
Right, but I won't say anything else about them being caliente.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
you did tweet at both LeBron and Anthony Davis a month ago.
What'd I say to him?
You said, to have a real chance to win this series, the @Lakers need to win Game 1. @King James and @Ant Davis 23 had all week to get fresh. They need to break this losing streak so the @Nuggets to the @Nuggets while they can go all out.
You are obnoxious.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Let me tell you something. That was great analysis, and they should have won Game 1.
Right. Except those guys probably have like 50 million Twitter followers combined or something like that. So the chances of yours getting through is pretty tough.
Yeah, what do you gain out of that when you at all of them?
I don't know. I like it.
Do you think they're going to respond to you?
No, they haven't responded to me, but they're going to at some point.
All right. Well,
George
that
doesn't
is
think
Radio
so.
Tinder, brought to us each and every day at sometimes around 5:30. Brought to you by our friends at Tequila Mandala. All right, coming up next, our Dodger insider, our friend Blake Harris, is going to stop by. We want to talk to him about Ohtani's season, some of the guys on the farm, Clayton Kershaw's potential return, how he's seen Walker Buehler in his first couple starts, all sorts of stuff. So we'll get to that in a second, but first, Cappy, tell them about your friends at Coors.
You know what I should do with Blake? I should say, hey, Blake, tonight, during this Dodger game, why don't you commit to what you did that night that we were down at Union Station, where we were watching the game, and he was going to drink a beer for every home run that the Dodgers hit. Little did he know that they hit like 11 home runs that night, But tonight, who knows what's going to happen? And you know what? How about a Coors Light per home run for Blake? What do you guys think? Could he do it? I mean, I think Ohtani's going to hit a home run tonight, so there's one Coors Light for Blake. Maybe Ohtani hits two. Maybe there's two Coors Lights for Blake. Hey, listen, we all love to celebrate and we love to chill here in Southern California. And the best way to do it, whether you're cheering on your team, you're going out for a great hike, you're out for a nice drive on the weekend. Don't be drinking and driving, of course, but make sure that when celebrating, you include an icy cold Coors Light. By the way, super easy to get delivered to your house now. You can obviously get it at any local store, convenience store, liquor store, grocery store, whatever. But here's the thing. Check out this website, cachoosechill.com. That's CA, like California, cachoosechill.com to learn more about getting it delivered, about where you can get it, the whole thing. Coors Light, the best, man. Cold, clean, crisp, refreshing, and crushable. Icy cold Coors Light, 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey parents, another fun fact for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. They are open 7 days a week, so your child can be seen any day of the week, and they take emergencies, which is obviously something you need to be aware of because you never know when those emergencies will come about.
And it is Sedano and Cap here Thursday afternoon. Today is barbecue day, BBQ day. Why don't you celebrate this weekend? Huh? I took one of those 30 packs of Coors Light, Cappy. Throw some meat on the grill, sizzle it up, light a cigar, drink a Coors Light, and feel like a proud American, would you? And on this day in 1981, the number one hit, Kim Carnes.
Yeah. Betty Davis eyes.
She's got those Betty Davis eyes, sucker. Sedano and Cap continues.
It's
It's
a good
Thursday
song.
afternoon right now.
It's a great song. Cappy, I'm surprised you're not singing it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Kim Carnes, she had that, like, I can't really think of many other songs that she had other than this.
I don't know any of
Yeah,
them.
but she had
this is
that-
a great song.
Yeah, she had that raspy sound, you know?
Yeah, this is one of my first memories of music. So I would say I was probably 4 years old, maybe less. But I remember this song was popular when I was 3 or 4 years old. Some of my first early memories of my siblings playing music. Kim Carnes, Betty Davis eyes, Rick Springfield,
Ooh,
Rod
Jesse's
Stewart.
Girl.
Yeah, Rod Stewart.
If You Think I'm Sexy?
Yeah. All those songs, I was really, really little, and I remember that stuff being played in my house.
What year was this Kim Carnes song? What year?
81.
81.
DeAndre, you ever heard this song before?
You don't
Never.
know nothing
No
about
chance.
Kim Carnes?
No chance.
No, this might as well be the Beach Boys to him.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Young
right,
man
so
don't know nothing.
Blake Harris probably knows nothing about it either, but he joins us every week because he's phenomenal at covering your Los Angeles Dodgers, and he's a mensch, as Cappy would say.
He is a mensch, this kid.
Follow him on his Substack, okay? Subscribe to his Substack. I just renewed, actually. I got the notification this morning, actually, that I renewed for Blake Harris's Substack. And you can do so as well, as he does the Lord's work there on the Dodgers. Follow him on Twitter, at Blake H. Harris is where you follow him. And the podcast is Inside the Ravine. Blake, welcome. Let me ask you a question, okay? I'm going to ask you about Shohei Ohtani. And he's having an incredible season at the plate. I do want to eventually ask you about some of the stuff I know Mark Pryor has talked about in an interview recently about him throwing and the potential of him pitching in the playoffs. But before that, does he have an actual shot at the most valuable player award in the National League as a designated hitter?
Yeah, I think he 100% does. If you would have asked me that, George, back in March, I would have given it maybe a 5% chance of that. But Shohei Ohtani is the best hitter in baseball right now. He is putting up numbers that even he hasn't put up in his career, and his 162-game pace is out of this world. So, knock on wood, if he's able to stay healthy, if he's able to continue putting up these numbers, despite not playing a single inning in the field at all this year, I think he 100% could walk away with his third MVP.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of people would kind of argue. I mean, there would be a debate later in the year. You know, how could you take a guy who just hits and he didn't pitch this year and he never played any other position when you've got other guys? And, you know, they'll start throwing data and stats at us. But I actually think it could happen if Ohtani continues to hit on this pace. And at this stage right now, Blake, I mean, I don't know what the numbers tell me, but 12 home runs, he's got to be on pace for how many so far? You have any idea?
Yeah, my Arizona State math isn't necessarily the best, so I'm just going to give you a nice little guesstimate and go with somewhere around 45 to 50 right now.
Yeah, I believe it could happen, George. I do. I mean, listen, I need him to hit a home run tonight to make my prize picks go for me. So
yeah, I know.
We'll see.
In regards to pitching, so Mark Pryor, I don't know if you saw the interview that it was posted on the internet. He was on MLB Radio on Sirius XM, and he was talking about how great Ohtani is, obviously at the plate, but he was talking about his pitching prospects since he's the pitching coach, and he says, look, he's tossing a little bit, right, and he's very involved with the pitchers, particularly with Yamamoto, but he's in the pitchers meetings, etc. And the expectation, I shouldn't say the expectation. The hope is that he could be ready to roll and pitch in some way, shape, or form come the postseason. If that happens, let's just say even in a relief role, how does that change what the Dodgers can do from that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Shohei still has a ways to go. There's a lot of boxes he'll need to check. But if he is somehow ahead of schedule and able to actually pitch for the Dodgers in any capacity in October, I mean, the Dodgers are essentially adding, think of it like a trade deadline pickup. You're adding one of the better pitchers in all of baseball when he's healthy. And, you see him what he's doing at the plate. You forget that this guy is a Cy Young caliber pitcher when he's on the mound. So I know it's early May. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but there's been a lot of encouraging signs coming out in regards to Shohei and his arm buildup. So I don't want to say I'm expecting to see him back in October, but, yeah, if he's able to return and, that starting rotation, like you said, George, even if they use him in a relief role in any capacity, I mean, you're adding one of the 10 best arms that baseball has to offer.
It would be hard to believe, not because, certain people can heal faster, they can rehab better, and the Dodgers might find themselves in a situation where it's like, hey, we got the team, this is the year, let's go for it. But, man, you'd hate to see him get hurt again by rushing him back. And the thing is that Walker Buehler last year, if you guys remember, around the start of the postseason, there was a lot of chatter that Walker Buehler was going to make it back for the postseason. And, by the way, good for him that he didn't, because, Blake, Walker Buehler, through the first couple of starts that he's had, he's been okay. I mean, listen, I'm not sure that we expected him to come back and throw no-hitters, but he hasn't been great. What do you make so far of Walker Buehler?
Yeah, last year it looked like Walker Buehler was actually going to come back. I think he even made a rehab start in Oklahoma City. I want to say like end of August, early September, and then the Dodgers just thought, let's just save you for 2024. We don't want to risk anything here, and I can see the Dodgers maybe doing something with Shohei Ohtani in regards to that front. But yeah, Walker Buehler, if you look at the numbers, they haven't been too great. But we have to remember this guy hasn't faced big league hitting in 2 years. This is his second Tommy John surgery. It is a daunting task coming all the way back from that. So I'm not too really concerned with what we've seen so far. The fact that he's throwing 96, 97, I think is actually insane. I thought he was going to be topping out at like 92, 93. So the velocity is definitely there. I think after Buehler makes maybe 4 or 5 more starts, we can judge him more fairly. If he's still struggling a month from now, maybe we could be a little bit concerned. But yeah, as of right now, I think he only has 7 or 8 innings. Not the slightest bit worried about Walker.
Couple things here before we let you go. Hayward, when he comes back, what are we looking at here in regards to the spot as far as on the roster? I mean, clearly Pages has been incredible, so I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting decision once Jason Hayward's ready. It sounds like he's with the team right now in Los Angeles, so he can be activated any day. If I were to guess, I think sending James Outman down to the minors would make the most sense. Just because he's had a really slow start to the season this year, like you said, George. Andy Pages has been incredible. Can't send him down. There's also the slight chance that the Dodgers can maybe just go to Chris Taylor and ask him very, very politely, will you accept a phantom IL stint and go down to Oklahoma City and get some reps there? Because Chris Taylor's been horrible this year, and maybe they want to keep James Outman up in the majors because he is such a valuable, center fielder. But my guess is one of those two. But again, whenever they make the decision tomorrow or the day after, it's probably going to upset a couple of people on the Twitterverse.
Yeah, dude, I cannot see sending Outman down. I really can't. I mean, you mess with a guy's head when a guy's become an established major leaguer, and then all of a sudden he finds himself being sent down. To me, that is a
but Pages is better than him.
Well. You say that, and listen, I mean, I could sit here and analyze the numbers, but I mean, don't you think though, like you could be really messing with a young kid's head? You don't agree, George? You don't think so?
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't disagree with that part of it, but that's life, man. Like this is a team that's trying to win a championship. They got to play the best guys.
I understand, but I think that Outman. I mean, Blake, how slow of a start has it been? I mean, I haven't sat here and analyzed his numbers. You tell us.
He's been one of the worst hitters in baseball.
Oh, that good, huh?
Yeah, it's hasn't been pretty for Outman this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember that earlier in the season where he had that. I'm trying to remember who they were playing, but he had that play where the ball got hit off the wall, and he kind of just took his time and didn't really hustle very hard. So I don't know. What is this? Is this his second full season? Or I mean, I guess his second start of his season?
That's the tough part, too, because this is the guy that finished third in Rookie of the Year voting last year.
Yeah.
So he clearly proved over the course of a full season he's capable of doing it. What I would do if I was running things, if I was calling the shots, and Cappy, you were my assistant general manager, I would phantom IL Chris Taylor. I would give James Outman this 2-week stretch or so with Jason Hayward back. Say, hey, James Outman, this is your final chance. If over the next 2 or 3 weeks he still can't figure it out, I think send him back down and bring up Chris Taylor, because Chris Taylor, I think he's just going through it. This isn't a guy that is like James Outman where if you send him down, it really could get in his head. Chris Taylor's just struggling. He's won a World Series. He's been an All-Star. He's shown that he can do it.
He's come
I
up
think it would be
clutch
helpful
many
for the team
times.
overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with
So he's done it. I think send him down and then give Alvin one final chance.
There he is, Blake Harris, our Dodger insider, joins us every Thursday at around 5:45, more like 5:50, we're being honest. And he kills it. He crushes it with the Dodgers, doing the Lord's work at his Substack. Subscribe to it. I just renewed my subscription, auto-renewed. See, Cappy, I auto-renew. I don't even need to renew. I auto-renew for Blake, all right? Because
the reason
you know
I
what?
don't is because I have so many other things that are on auto-renew.
Yeah.
I just don't need another one. And you
Yeah.
know I'm into sensationalism, not journalism.
I get it. And then the podcast, Inside the Ravine. Follow him on Twitter, at Blake H. Harris. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, appreciate you guys as always.
My man,
See ya.
block it.
All right, Cappy, coming up next.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the Lakers because we never actually finished the discussion. We had to put a pin in it in regards to, that LeBron, what I thought LeBron was doing in Cleveland.
You also
and the
had-
coaches stuff. There's
well,
there's some new stuff on the coaches
right,
stuff.
because the former players who were saying that there's
People
no way,
who have played with LeBron.
right, who are saying J.J. Redick should not take this job.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So let's have some of that on the other side. Stick around, 710 ESPN. Hey parents, another fun fact for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. They are open 7 days a week, so your child can be seen any day of the week, and they take emergencies, which is obviously something you need to be aware of because you never know when those emergencies will come about.
And Cap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. That's the 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away. Wait, lean.
Thanks, Sedano. Wait. All right, so Chiefs rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy had a very unwelcome welcome to Kansas City. He just moved into his new apartment building in Kansas City, and you know what happened to him?
I do, but go ahead.
His
tell us.
car got stolen
Yeah.
right out of the parking garage of his
Wow.
new apartment complex.
Wow.
Yep, he left it in the parking garage, went to go, get ready for the rookie mini camp, went outside, car's totally gone. And I guess the police said that, I guess it was a couple other guys that this happened to in Kansas City. They said that it was definitely skilled thieves who knew what they were doing.
What kind of car?
It didn't say.
Well, I just wonder, you're a rookie, right? And, you maybe he has, maybe he hasn't signed. I assume he probably hasn't signed yet. But knows he's got some money coming his way.
Oh, yeah.
And decided that he wanted to make his first purchase, which is, some kind of a fancy car that he wanted for himself.
Plus, he was a star at Texas. He got some NIL money, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big-time player.
Yeah,
there.
so I wonder what kind of car he had that he was such an obvious target.
It has not yet been reported, but I'm sure that'll come out.
Okay, George, if I said to you, you could go out and buy your, what I'll call it, your dream car, what kind of car you want to drive?
It's a great question. I don't know. I used to be into cars when I was younger. Less so now. I don't know.
Like a practical car or like a crazy?
So I have a vision for myself.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is I would like to, I've already kind of made up my mind, when I sell Sided and I make a big score, I'm going to buy myself a brand new Corvette. I love Corvettes,
What
and I
color?
love the brand new Corvettes. You know what I'm going to get? See, I always thought I'd get the very obnoxious yellow.
Red?
No, not red. Yellow, super bright yellow. But now, have you guys seen that new kind? It's that bluish color. It's kind of like a sky blue, but it's not like a royal blue. Does anybody know the color I'm talking about? I don't even know what you call it. But it's obnoxious enough, and it's bright enough that it's perfect for me. I love it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And if I could create a car collection, then what I would do is I'd have a Corvette from every decade of my life. I'd have one from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and I'd get the brand new one.
My brother-in-law has a very kind of an obnoxious-looking car, like color. It's like that lime green. He's like a lime green Mustang. The ones that look. I don't know. I guess.
So
they look like
I
a
will say
Corvette.
this. I thought about it now, Cappy. And again, I'm not like a super car guy, but I have a buddy, right, who has like a luxury car rental business.
Mm-hmm.
And one time he's like, dude, let me give you one of my cars, for like a weekend.
Go play with it.
And I was like, no, stop. I don't want. It's fine. Like, and he's like, I'm gonna go to your house. I'm gonna drop off a car. I'm like, don't come to my house. And then he shows up to my house. Convertible Bentley.
Ooh, that's showy. Okay.
Yeah, and it was nice.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it was nice. I mean, I'm not even a convertible guy, and it was nice. But yeah, it was nice.
I had a buddy of mine who lived in Beverly Hills, and one day he said to me, he goes, go look at my garage. So I go look in his garage, and he's got this brand new Lamborghini. And
see, but I don't think that car drives very nice on regular streets.
I have zero idea, and here's why. Because he goes, let's go take it for a ride. I'm like, I'm not riding in that. We look like a bunch of jerk-offs driving around in your cool Lambo. Give me a break, bro.
What city was it?
It's in Beverly Hills.
Well, then no, you wouldn't. You look totally. It's fine.
You kind of fit right in.
I
Actually.
really didn't feel very comfortable with that. He's a bad driver, also.
Oh well, there's that.
Yeah. So.
By the way, Cappy, my pick on Minnesota tonight looking pretty good. They're on a 27-2 run and lead 29-14 now.
I see it. Yeah, 29-14. I've got it at 2 minutes to go. What do you have it at?
2 minutes to go.
Okay, because I'm here in the studio right now, and usually if I'm down in South LA, I'm a good 15 to 30 seconds behind you. I've got Denver down 29-14, 147. Now it's 31-14. And A-Rod is there looking sharp.
Yeah. I'm right with you, Cappy. We're on sync for once.
How about that?
Yeah. Or in sync. All right, Cappy, real quick. We've been talking a lot about, so we talked earlier about how I think Darius Garland maybe could be a target for the Lakers, okay? I've mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I think maybe that could possibly be one of many reasons LeBron could have been in Cleveland. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just reckless speculation on my part. But the other part we've been talking a lot about, obviously, is the coaching situation. So the other day on NBA Today, Udonis Haslem,
the other day on NBA Today?
Yeah.
Not today on NBA Today.
Not NBA Today.
No, it was the other day.
Right.
On NBA Today.
Right. Udonis Haslem, who was LeBron's teammate for 4 years with the Heat, when asked about the J.J. Redick thing, said this.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. If it's J.J., it's going to be a cynical locker room. You're going to see guys that are going to say, is Coach going to do a podcast after the game with LeBron? You're going to have a cynical locker room of guys that are going to side-eye everything J.J. says because they're going to wonder, is it J.J.'s message or LeBron's message?
Can I just tell you that I disagree with Udonis Haslem? I really do.
Okay. Yeah, why?
Here's why. Because you think that guys in the Laker locker room, let's say, for example, the Lakers come back and most of the guys are back. You know what I mean? Like, let's say D'Angelo Russell's back next year. Just play it hypothetically with me, right? You think D'Angelo Russell's going to see that J.J. Redick gets hired and goes, wow, boy, I wonder if LeBron had anything to do with that. They're going to all assume.
Well, but he's not. He's just referring to like when the messaging during the season happened.
I understand, but let me just tell you something. If J.J. Redick, let me rephrase that. When J.J. Redick is named the Lakers coach, and when J.J. Redick delivers whatever message it is in the locker room, everybody will know that message is from J.J. and it has been approved by LeBron. And by the way, let me tell you something. That's a good thing. Because nobody is going to go out into a post-game press conference and say, we don't know what we're doing in either end of the floor. Because if they do that, now they're ripping LeBron, not Darvin Ham, or not J.J. Redick, they're ripping LeBron. George, I actually think that J.J. Redick being the coach of the Lakers is de facto, it is LeBron being the coach of the Lakers.
It's not.
This is just an opinion, okay? Yeah. The opinion is this. the opinion is this, okay? All right? Everybody's in the back laughing. It's not. It is. It is. The opinion is LeBron wants JJ. LeBron endorses JJ. LeBron thinks JJ's super smart. LeBron knows he's got a very short window now. He's going to pick his guy, and he's going to collab with JJ. Okay. And I think that's a good thing.
Okay, cool.
You loved saying collab, didn't you?
I needed to put collab in there. Yeah.
He had to throw it in.
I needed to put in collab.
All right, so there was another LeBron teammate who spoke up recently on NBA TV. He's an analyst on NBA TV. It's Channing Frye.
Former Cavalier.
Right. He was a teammate of LeBron in Cleveland the second time when they won the championship.
Cleveland, this is for you.
And here's his advice to JJ while having this conversation on NBA TV with, I don't know who the host is, so my apologies to her. But this was Channing Frye on NBA TV on their set.
To be honest, I think it's a death sentence. I think you're jumping on a grenade.
Candidly speaking.
I mean, I think JJ is a coach. Yeah. I know for a fact JJ Redick is a coach. But taking that job, I just don't know. That's a lot. You're jumping in and not only coaching an NBA when you haven't ever done that before, but you're also coaching Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James. And how do you know time and score situations? Like, this is not a job. It's no offense to Detroit or Charlotte or San Antonio or OKC. This is not a let's learn your way through. They were crushing Darvin Ham for not having the right substitution patterns.
Yeah.
So for me, I wouldn't take that job. I would let, obviously Sam Cassell has been around the league a long time. I think he's great. I played for James Borrego. I think he's also great for that
Coach
job.
K, maybe?
I don't think Coach K's he's more of a college coach. Just stay retired, Coach K. You don't want these NBA problems.
You don't
but
want these
to
problems.
me, you need to bring in somebody who's going to command that locker room and who's going to say, Bron, I understand what you want to do, but this is my vision for the roster that we have. And also, the roster has issues. So you could be Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
And you're still going to have to deal with those things. So as a first-year coach, I wouldn't recommend that job for anybody.
Yeah.
There you go.
God, I totally disagree.
I mean, he's not wrong. No, he's 100% right. Like, I told you, not that he would ask my opinion, but if he did, I'd be like, bro, I don't know if you should do it.
See, I disagree. I think that it is a collaboration.
You just want the drama. That's what you want.
Yes,
I'm actually
that's
looking
true.
out for him. Like Channing is looking out for him. Like Udonis is looking out for him as somebody who's been in the league, okay? You're just a reckless ragamuffin, rabble rouser. That's what you are.
No, you got the order all wrong. I'm a reckless, rabble-rousing ragamuffin. Get it right,
yes.
pal, okay?
Yeah.
No, look, I admit it. I want the drama. I'm happy to admit that, okay?
I mean, listen, it's great for business. Don't get me wrong.
But I'm just here to tell you, I don't have any relationship with J.J. Redick. I don't have a personal investment in this story.
Maybe George can introduce you to.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
If
he is named the coach, how about that?
Not
Cappy?
if, when.
If he's named the coach, if he is absolutely named the coach, I'm telling him this is the show he has to come on.
Will you call him on FaceTime during the show like you do with other people?
No.
Oh.
I don't have that kind of relationship with him. I've never FaceTimed him. Like Richard Jefferson totally could FaceTime him.
Mm-hmm.
But JJ, he and I don't have that relationship.
Okay, so look, I'm just going to say this, and you may think I'm out of my mind, okay? But I said this, and I think it's actually true. Like, LeBron James should coach his team. Now, you're going to tell me that he can't do it. I'm going to say, okay, I understand the rules. If I can't coach the team, I'd like to have the guy that I believe in. Okay, I believe in J.J. Redick because I've been podcasting with him. I've been watching him on ESPN. I know his career. I know who he's played for. I know the program that he was raised in, et cetera, et cetera. Everything tells me that he has been properly groomed to be an NBA head coach. And if LeBron didn't really respect him, George, he wouldn't be doing a podcast.
Oh no,
with him.
100%. We have yet to disagree.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that I actually think that if LeBron James is going to sign a 2-year deal, a 3-year deal, let's just assume it's a 2-year deal for argument's sake. If LeBron's going to sign a 2-year deal, why, if you're LeBron, would you say to the Lakers, do whatever you want? I don't really care. Get me Sam Cassell. I don't care. You signed Darvin Ham. I didn't mind that one. If I were LeBron, I'd be like, no, this is it. I got to have one last shot. I'd like to find the coach that I think should be the right guy. And J.J. Redick and I, we get along. We think basketball the same. And here's the most important part. When J.J. Redick speaks, I will be in that locker room saying what he says goes. He's the coach. We follow his lead. You think everybody was following Darvin Ham's lead?
No.
You think LeBron James would have J.J. Redick's back?
Eric. Oh, wait, I was supposed to play this one.
Well, first off, they hired him.
True. You think LeBron James would have J.J. Redick's back?
Sure.
But
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
And
tell me.
We had this we had this sound from Windy the other day. There's been a lot of guys who have been tight with LeBron. And then at the end of the day, less tight when, things don't go well.
Hey, that could happen.
Yeah.
And if J.J. Redick really cares about being lifelong buddies.
No, I don't think he cares about that.
Right. Neither do I.
Oh, that's not very nice to say.
What?
I don't think I think they have a cool relationship, but I think it's business is business and friendship is friendship. And LeBron has been LeBron, left one of his, supposed closest basketball friends to go back to Cleveland. And then left again. And then when he came to him, he realized how miserable he was in Cleveland. It was like, yeah, you can just go, bro. It's all good.
Well, that's just it. So if LeBron and JJ collab on the coaching and JJ is not getting it done, then LeBron will turn on him. But I honestly think this is a great idea. I really do. Now, yes, I admit it. I want the drama and I want the story, but I'm telling you guys, I really believe this is a great idea. He's the best guy for the job.
That's what
listen. I think he's going to be a great coach someday. I don't know if this is the right scenario for that. But we may find out. I don't know. We'll see.
Does J.J. Redick have what it takes to say to LeBron James before he announces that he's the new coach of the Lakers? Hey, listen, man, I appreciate you. I love the podcast. I think we're on the same page from a basketball standpoint. But, brother, you have got to let me coach. And by the way, there are going to be times where, as a coach, I'm going to not look at you as the king. I'm going to look at you as just another player. And if I yell at you, if I tell you what I think, if I bench you for some reason, if I pull you off the floor, dude, you got to respect what I'm doing. Otherwise, if you don't, you will undermine me from the very beginning. Does J.J. Redick have what it takes to say that?
I don't think any coach is benching LeBron. Let's start with that.
Well, you know what I'm saying. If I'm pulling you off the floor for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like you will undermine me if you don't allow me to have true coaching power. If you don't let me have what Spoelstra has, then it's not going to work.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that all those things will be said, yes, but I think that when things go wrong, and things will eventually go wrong, that will be the bigger test.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing goes perfect,
Yep, I do know. But I'm telling you right now, I think that J.J. Redick is the right guy for the job.
Listen,
for
I
one reason.
think he's going to be a great coach. I just don't love this particular situation.
I do. I love it because here's why. Because you
want the drama. Stop.
You got to get somebody who LeBron believes in.
Okay, I get it.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's just basketball.
That's all. I mean, that's all it is. It's just basketball. Man, you guys don't know nothing about no ball culture. That's the problem with you guys.
Right.
You,
Right.
Sedano, you, Big D, you, Cody, you, baseball. None of you people understand ball culture like I understand it.
Oh, jeez.
Seriously.
That's why they call me baseball, not basketball.
I almost don't want him to get the job because I'm afraid of whatever.
It's going to ruin your relationship
Oh,
with
my
him.
God.
He doesn't have a relationship. He just said he can't FaceTime him. If you can't FaceTime a man, you are not BFFs with that man.
I'm not. I've never said I am BFF.
I will
Close personal
FaceTime
friends,
Timothy
not-
Tillman.
I've not said that either.
I think they're close personal friends.
We're colleagues.
I will FaceTime Romeo on your radio.
Have you gone out to dinner with JJ?
We have.
Okay, then you're close personal friends.
Nah, we're colleagues. We're not I mean, we text every once in a while. I guess that's it. I don't know. He's a colleague. He's cool. I enjoy working with him. He's great.
FaceTime Timothy Tillman right now.
I'll FaceTime Timothy Tillman
Oh,
right
there you
now.
go.
Yeah, we're right now.
Yeah. I mean, are they getting ready are they playing today?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
It's
If they are playing,
Remember they played last night.
Yeah, I gotta get
that's
my.
right.
I gotta
That's
get
right.
my LAFC is playing against Portland
The Timbers.
on the new ESPN LA app.
And make sure you check out our podcast with me and Dave Denholm.
Right.
LAFC Plus.
My man, Mario. Hello, Mario.
All right, Cappy. Look, you know what?
What? Tell me.
If he's the coach, then it'll be a fun ride. That's for sure.
Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be, because I guarantee you right now, me and JJ Redick, we'll probably be doing a podcast like in the season.
The Savants?
Okay? Right. That's exactly right. The basketball savants. I'll be teaching that young brother how to coach, how to motivate.
Oh, it's so funny. All right, Cappy.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
You know what? Speaking of coaches,
Tell me.
did you see this Sean McVey appearance?
Oh, dude, we got to play this for everybody.
So there's two different pieces of audio. There's one of him with our guy JB Long, like going Galaxy Brain on the schedule, and like JB Long literally asking him like old references during his tenure about playing these teams, and like asking him specific plays, and then Sean McVay is like literally reciting exactly what happened. And then there's this interview he did on ESPN during the schedule release where he's like ripping his office that he's got at the Rams facility.
Brother just wants a window.
Which is just hilarious. So we'll have that for you on the other side, and maybe a bold prediction about the Rams coming up. Stick around, 710 ESPN. But first, Cappy, tell us about your friends in the thoroughbred racing industry.
Yeah, a lot of you guys know that I've been in the thoroughbred horse racing business for the last 17 years. And I can just tell you this, that as an owner, the thing that we and the trainers and the people who work around the horses care about the most is the safety of the horses. And so this bond between horse and human has been forged by trust and hands-on care. And now the sport of thoroughbred racing is combining those traditions with cutting-edge technology. So there's all kinds of reforms in the industry to make sure that these horses are as safe as possible. And there's all kinds of technology that's being used, like these wearable biometric devices that can somehow pick up just little tiny subtle things when the horse is running, and it will detect for the veterinarians if the horse is not ready to go or shouldn't be out on the track. And so right now, the sport's new regulatory body is called the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority, and they're implementing all these comprehensive reforms, including state-of-the-art testing, monitoring, and strict enforcement, along with these new uniform safety standards, enhanced veterinary protocols, and other measures to ensure the safest environment for racing. So look, if you're a fan and you go to Santa Anita, or if you go to Del Mar, or you're watching the Preakness this weekend, or a couple weeks ago you're watching the Kentucky Derby and you care about the horses, so do we. So do all of us in the business. Meaningful reforms, the latest technology, higher standards. Every day, the sport's equine athletes are surrounded by an ecosystem of care and a commitment to do more to protect both the horse and even the riders. Of course, we want to take care of the guys and the girls that are up riding as well. So that win or lose, it's safety that runs first. To learn more about horse safety, okay? Visit safetyrunsfirst.com. If you care about this issue, visit safetyrunsfirst.com. That's safetyrunsfirst.com.
Yo,
Listen to Sedano and Cap more at 4 p.m.
And it is Sedano and Cap here Thursday afternoon. You know what we do around this time. Time for Big D to throw us something good. The producer D rejoin. Hit it, Big D.
Oh, yeah. What do we got here?
Que no sabes cuánto duele el amor.
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah.
No sabes cuánto duele el corazón. Es que el efecto que causaste en mí.
Muy bien.
La maldición de extrañarte.
Big D.
La maldición de extrañarte.
This young man's got all sorts of.
Maldición de extrañarte.
He's got an extensive library here, Cappy.
What's that?
Man.
Come on, Ken, what you know about this?
Well, I know what you know about this. You know that Big D's about to take like a Mexicano vacaciones.
That's right. I'm headed to Mexico, Tulum.
Yeah, so he
Next
got.
week.
Sounds like you got a little Snoop all up in it.
That's right. Come on now. What you know about Snoop, man?
Oh, you know I know all about Snoop because that's old school.
This song right here is for you, Cap. It's called Que Maldición.
It's called Gay what?
MS. Que Maldición.
Gay Maldición?
No, Que. Like
K.
Que.
It sounds like you're saying gay damesión.
Come on, man.
Dude, I didn't know what you're talking about, dog.
I hear you. Yeah, Que Maldición.
Que Maldición.
Yes.
Okay.
It's by Banda MS.
By Banda who?
MS.
Banda Messi? The soccer player?
No, not Lionel Messi, like MS.
Oh.
Yeah.
George, you know what that means?
Que maldición.
Sí.
Man,
you don't know nothing about no Spanish.
I think a maldición is a curse. I'm pretty sure it's a curse.
Big D, you were singing along. You know what it means?
You know, I just really like the song.
The song's got a funky
He's
beat.
like, I have no idea.
Dude, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful what they're saying on the radio, man.
Yeah,
hold on. We looked up the clean version. We got you, man. You know, we good on that.
You could. Yeah. No, there was no curse words in there. Maldición is a curse, I believe.
You said it's a curse.
Right, like a trance. Yeah. Like
I thought you meant like a curse, like you were like they were a curse word.
No, like a curse, like someone put a spell on you.
Oh, like maldición.
Come on, Cab. You don't know nothing about no sorcery.
Cody. Oh man.
All right, Cappy. What do you know about Sean McVay's office?
Well, I've been there. And it is like one of those old school portables that we used to have in school.
It looks like, that combined with like a panic room.
Like a panic room?
Yeah, no windows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know?
Yeah, and it's hard to believe that the Rams, when they came back to L.A. and they set up shop at Cal-Lu, that they, they talked about, moving their facilities. And then, they donated all that land. Everything that they took over there at Cal Lutheran University, they gave it to the school. They're like, hey, you can have all these practice facilities and everything. Yeah. And they're getting ready, from what I understand, to move to their new, full-time facilities. But McVay's been
still in the
there.
spot.
Yeah, been stuck there for a long time.
So during the schedule release yesterday, he came on ESPN, and you'll hear a lot of different voices. Dan Orlovsky is who he references first. Kevin Nagandi was hosting. You'll hear Mina Kimes. I think Booger McFarland is also a voice you'll hear interviewing him. And Sean is just like, he's putting up a stand-up show about his office. Like, it was hilarious. Let's let it rip.
It's Dan. Where are you? Dan, we can't get you a... Where
He's not at the draft house. I know
Dan,
that.
I'm in the same temporary office that I've been for 8 years here. So when I was hired in 2017, they said this would be a temporary facility. We're going on year 9 in this thing, so we'll see if we make it over to the Woodland Hills. I'm trapped like a prisoner in this thing, man.
It looks like the room you actually fired me in.
Hey, listen. Hey. I'm just fighting, scratching, and clawing for a window in this thing. I still think this office is pretty depressing, Adam.
I agree. To me, if you win a Super Bowl, the office should be upgraded as a general rule. At least make the walls color pop.
I mean, what's Kevin Demoff doing, man? He's too busy, dealing with the teams
Avalanche.
in Denver.
The Avalanche and the Nuggets.
I got urgent enjoyment behind me. I can't even get a window in here.
Rob, I think both of our sons are 7 months old.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
7 months?
Yes, It's
How
the
we
best
doing
thing
on
ever, isn't
sleep?
it?
And are you in that office trying to escape him right now, like I am upstairs?
You know what? I come home to that smile, but this guy gets irritable quick, and he hates sleeping. I wonder how the hell that happened.
Buck suggested earlier spending 9 days in Disney World. 9 days. Go try it.
And pay somebody $20 to take him.
Hey, that might be worse than this office.
Yeah, hey, just bring him to the office. He'll fall asleep real quick. Trust me.
Yeah, no
There are
doubt.
no windows. He's good to go.
Sean, blink 20 times if you need us to come get you. If you need us to come get you.
The best part.
The video of that part is great. Yeah, he's
Blink
blinking
20
like 20
times.
times. And that was Marcus Spears. Sorry, not Booger McFarland. Marcus Spears, Adam Schefter, Mina Kimes. I didn't mention Schefter either. Kevin Nagandi and Dan Orlovsky.
You know what's funny about that is like what we like to do here on the radio is when we need something done, we just come on the radio and start ripping away at everybody.
Right, and he's doing the same thing.
And that is what McVey is doing. He's like, you know what? I can't freaking take it in here anymore. I need a window. I've been to 2 Super Bowls. I've won 1. Nobody expected us to do anything last year. We won 10 games. We went to the playoffs. You know what? I mean, I deserve a freaking window. And so I'm going to go on ESPN, and I'm going to bitch about it, and I'm going to say to everybody, yo, Kevin Demoff, stop watching the Avalanche, stop watching the Nuggets, and get me a freaking window.
Yeah, I agree. Get the man a window.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you what.
Okay, I'll tell you what, man. On Tuesday the 28th. Okay, so is this next Tuesday? No, it's like a week and a half out. I believe, and I don't know that there's been a lot of promos running around here, but we're going to be doing a broadcast from Hollywood Park Casino. And then when we get off the air that night, George, depending on your basketball schedule, we'll see if you're going to make it or not. Me and DeMarco are going to be hosting an event with Coach McVey.
And what day is that again?
That is Tuesday the 28th.
Possible.
Okay, yeah. So if you are here, then it'll be me, you, and DeMarco with Coach McVey at Hollywood Park Casino with a whole bunch of Rams season ticket holders. And that's all going to happen off air. So it's going to be cool, man. That's going to be a great event and good to hang out with Coach McVey outside of just the radio. Looking forward to it.
It'll be fun. Will that be on YouTube, by the way?
You know what, George? The contract says no YouTube for that event.
Okay, I just checked.
What's up? Can't talk about that? Can't talk about that. Nobody told me I couldn't talk about that. No, you didn't.
He said he did.
No, you didn't tell me I couldn't talk about that. You did not, because if you did, I wouldn't have. Because I'm good like that.
Is Chris mad at you?
Yeah, he's furious. He's like, he ran down the hall. He's out of breath and everything. Wow, he
Can't
didn't tell
tell
me.
Cappy anything.
No, he didn't tell me that I couldn't talk about that on the air. I thought that was kind of a cool thing.
Well, you did say we haven't really announced this yet.
Well, yeah, but that's why I said we haven't announced it yet.
You just did.
Well, now I have.
You should probably cut that out of the podcast.
Well, that's what
he
Chris
already
just
said that.
That's what Chris just said. He said, cut that out of the podcast.
He's so mad right now, Cappy.
Well, he should have told me, hey, this is not
the show
fair.
was going so well, too.
Oh, whatever.
So
Whatever.
funny.
Give me a break.
Funny. So funny.
I actually think it's cool.
Well,
Can't tell
I
him
don't believe
anything.
it was a done deal. I think that was also part of the equation.
Oh, really? Well, that's
Yeah.
why I hadn't been told that either.
Probably probably it's a no deal now.
Well,
No, not really.
okay, then I guess we're going to scratch all of that. We're not going to be there.
Just forget it. Just forget I said that.
Check all of that.
So the entire audience
Yeah.
on YouTube and live on the radio just witnessed a Cappy moment.
Yep, I guess it was.
This is
Come
why
on, Cappy.
This is why he sends messages in our group chat that says, "Cappy, this is not for air. You
Right.
shouldn't say X,
right.
Y, and Z."
Right, but he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
And I said, "That's because you're a yenta."
Well, he didn't tell me that. And if he says, yes, I did, I say put it in writing.
Oh, no, but so you're saying there's a chance he did. You just don't
No,
remember him
not
saying
at all.
that.
No, I don't remember him saying that at all.
So there's a chance he did say it. You just
No,
don't
I-
remember him
I
saying
don't remember
it.
him saying it.
So there is a chance he did tell you that.
Well, he's going to say that he did say that, and I'm going to say that he didn't say that. He didn't say it to me. Let me tell you something right now. He can be all upset. I have zero guilt whatsoever because it's in my calendar. And I even had a conversation this morning with Bergman. Hey, we just want to make sure I'm on the same page with you about this date. So I got zero guilt whatsoever.
Cappy, you a freak, man.
That's straight up for real. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I may have narrowed things down to even a shorter period of time. Now I might be at like 30 days.
I'm going to turn off the phone.
Oh, Cappy.
All right, let's get to big deal or no deal. What do you say?
Sure. But before that, let me tell people about my friends at Children's Dental Fun Zone. Look, parents, I know if you're out there listening, man, taking your kids to the dentist, it's not easy, right? Well, I've got the place for you. Children's Dental Fun Zone. Fun is in the name for a reason. Someone your child can trust and enjoy going to the dentist to, and you can avoid those challenges of going to the dentist because when they go to Children's Dental Fun Zone, they're going to be like, Mom, Dad, when are we going back to the dentist? Yep, trust me when I tell you, that's how it's going to work. So let me tell you about my friends at Children's Dental Fun Zone. First of all, 17 locations across the Southland here in Southern California. They got locations all over LA County, locations all over Orange County, locations all over the IE, and they specialize in children's dentistry and orthodontics with state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your kids deserve. And here's the fun part, okay? First of all, when they walk in, they're going to see this place. They're going to be like, whoa, where are we? Is this like a toy store? Like, what's going on here? And Children's Dental Fun Zone, the way they make this fun for the kids is while they're getting their work done, the movies are playing. They got all sorts of movies playing, cartoons, etc., iPads for the kids, toy stations for the kids, aquariums for the kids while they're waiting in the waiting room. All sorts of stuff, man, that the kids can have some fun with. Again, they're going to want to go again and again and again, which is good for you, right? Because this is usually a hard thing. And what else is good for you as a parent is that they accept Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans. So get on it, man. Our audience is doing it, taking their kids to Children's Dental Fun Zone to get their dentistry appointments there. You can book your child's next appointment at Children's Dental Fun Zone by going to their website, cdfzone.com. So Children's Dental Fun Zone, go to their website, cdfzone.com, or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Sedano and Cap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN. It's 6:30 p.m. Big deal or no deal. Take it away, Sedano.
Thanks, Christopher. I wonder if you're still out of breath, by the way, after what Cappy pulled in the last segment.
He went in the back to hide out because he's really mad.
I don't blame him. Gosh, Cappy. You're amazing.
Kaplan Halas.
Zero
You're amazing.
guilt.
You're amazing.
Zero
Anyway,
guilt.
Take it away, Raylene.
All right, so this is a funny little story I saw today. After Denver fell down 0-2 to the Timberwolves in the series,
Yeah.
Nuggets veteran center DeAndre Jordan organized a team dinner. And everyone showed up except for some reason Aaron Gordon couldn't make it.
Right.
The team dinner worked. The players came out feeling relaxed. They weren't feeling like the must-win pressure. They went on to dominate Game 3. They did it again in Game 4. And, players have to respect the streak. So when there was a team dinner at the same steakhouse after Game 4, with the series tied 2-2, Gordon was not invited. The Nuggets went on to win Game 5 at home, and now they're back in Minneapolis for Game 6. And guess what? Gordon had to fly separately and was not at the team dinner last night. So, you got to respect this streak, but is this a big deal or no deal? Cappy, you go first.
I'm going to say it's no deal. I like when teams have superstitions and they want to keep things going. I like it. But you know what I never understood was they said that he didn't show up for that team dinner, but they didn't give a reason why he didn't show up.
I think I don't remember the specifics of it, but there was a valid reason that he couldn't make it.
I couldn't find it, but it was like a valid reason.
I remember that Harlan and those guys were talking about it on the broadcast the other day.
But I read the Athletic piece. I think it was by Sam Amick.
Yeah.
Who kind of covered the story. And he tells this cute story. Hey, they went to dinner, but he didn't make it. And so then they won. And then they were like, hey, man, you can't come to the next dinner because we're on a streak right now. And he's like, okay, hey, I get it. But what prevented him from going to that first dinner is such an important part of the story. And they didn't give it to me.
Yeah, they didn't. I looked too. I read the same story trying to find the reasoning. I didn't see it, but I guess he had a reason for it. Something happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, big deal or no deal, George?
No deal. I mean, it's funny, but I don't think it's a big deal. But so, what's next?
All right, so a popular trend has overtaken TikTok, and it's filled the app with dancing dads and moms. Kids are asking their parents to, quote, dance like you did in the 80s, and they're doing it to the 1984 track Small Town Boy by the British pop band Bronski Beat. So
I remember this song,
Yeah, good song. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I think it's kind of funny. So will you guys show us how you danced in the 80s?
It's like a little like a 1-2. You know what I mean? In the
Show
80s.
us.
Let me see what you got, George.
I mean, not right now because I don't have enough space in here. But
Do some hands.
yeah, it's like a 1-2. It's like a 2-step basically. It's not like that difficult.
I just don't feel like I danced any different in the 80s than I dance now.
Well, show us.
I feel like now I just kind of dance. Oh, George, I think
I also didn't dance very much. I mean, in the 80s, I was also a child, so there was that. So I don't know what I was dancing like in the 80s, I'm sure.
But I was dancing at a lot of bar mitzvahs in the 80s.
Let's see, Cappy.
You know what I'm saying?
Cappy, we know you can dance.
I mean, well, I got moves.
So let's see.
But I just, this song doesn't, make me move. Like, this song, I don't really get it, this is the song these kids are choosing from 1984?
All right, you don't want to play along, DeAndre. Why don't you dance?
DeAndre, you
how do
show
you
us
think
some
they
dance
danced
moves?
in the 80s?
Let me see what you got, Big D.
That's what Cap was doing.
Okay, let me see what you got. Oh, no,
That's like
bro.
95,
Bro,
DeAndre.
No, that's Macarena, man. What's wrong with you?
Don't give me no Macarena. Macarena is not from the 80s. Come on, man.
All right, this is you, Cap. You're doing the.
Oh, okay. All right. Little
point.
move.
The point. You got to get a
yeah,
point.
And then I know a lot of people would Vogue, okay, in the 80s, right?
Yeah, but nobody's voguing to this.
Right, I didn't think so,
Yeah.
I feel like this is a song that would be playing like in a club and people would be dancing like really seriously to it. Like, oh man, vibing out to this one.
It's just like a left-right thing, you know what I mean? It's just like a side-to-side thing, I would imagine, for this song. I mean, I was a little kid when this song came out, so it's not like in my wheelhouse.
What's the first song you remember dancing to at the club?
I don't know, man. You know what I mean? It was probably a hip-hop song if I had to guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, I was like in college in the 90s, in the late 90s. You know what I mean?
But
So
in 1984, I think of might as well jump. Like that to me is like,
How do you dance to that?
I don't know if you dance to it, but
Yeah,
that's
I don't
the
think
song
you dance. I
of.
think you just like bang your head.
Would
just,
you
like, do
dance
one of
to
these
like,
rocking outfits.
come and shake your body, baby, do that conga? No, you can't.
Oh,
get
you gotta do a
yourself
little,
any
you know,
Well,
other
one of
that
these
you,
things.
that you put together a conga line for.
You got a little shimmy shake. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me
For that.
ask you guys a quick question. Over your left shoulder, because it's in the other studio, I see that the New York Rangers, did they win this game? And did they finish off this series? Can you guys see what's going on up there?
I think they won.
Thanks, Cody. I think they won. You know who they beat, Cody? Were you watching it behind you?
No.
Working the board. I can't watch things.
Come on, yeah, you can. You got to
He's
learn how to
the
multitask.
third player in franchise history to record third-period hat trick in postseason.
Who's that?
This was like 92, right?
Jump.
91,
Yeah.
92?
Yeah.
All right, last one here.
They did win 5-3.
Thank you, Cody.
And somebody had a hat trick in the third period for the Rangers?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I should probably know that.
His name just disappeared from the screen, so I
Okay.
can't tell you.
All right.
Roslovich.
There
Oh,
we go.
Brozlovich.
Big deal.
Sure.
Big deal, huh? All right, let's do one more here really quick. So, Cappy, I know that you just got your new phone. What was it, today or yesterday?
No. About 2 weeks ago,
Oh,
3
okay.
weeks ago.
I didn't know if you set it up yet, because I know you had it, but you said that you just recently set it up. So, iPhone users are having some much-dreaded deja vu. The latest Apple update, which is iOS 17.5, which the company recently urged users to instantly download. I don't think I have yet. So it's causing years-long deleted photos to reappear on phones. One person was shocked to see erased nude photos that they had taken with their partner 3 years ago suddenly pop up in their camera roll. They said, WTF, it was permanently deleted years ago, but magically it's back. I checked my iPad. It also has pictures. I feel so uncomfortable. So is this a big deal or no deal?
I mean, that's a pretty big deal if you're getting stuff that used to be on there and then all of a sudden it popped back up in there.
That you
That's
permanently deleted.
not cool. Right.
Yeah, but you may have permanently deleted it from your phone, right?
But not in the cloud.
Right,
Right.
but it could still live in the cloud.
But there's a warning message when you permanently delete something out of like your little trash bin. It'll say, like,
It's-
are you
it's
sure you
gone for
want to
good.
delete this? This
Right,
will
yeah.
also be deleted from all other devices and your cloud.
Oh, I've never
Yeah.
seen that before.
Well, that's what
At
happened.
least that's what it's supposed to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
Hmm.
Now people are freaking out.
Well, I mean, I guess if you have like a bunch of nude pictures on your phone of you and your girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, 3 years later, they pop up on your phone, but you're not with your girlfriend anymore. Now your new girlfriend sees all these nude pictures from a long time ago that you thought were long gone and were evaporated, but they're not long gone. See, that's the thing about nude pictures on your phone. I think they always live forever.
Okay, let's take the nude part out of it. Like, do you have pictures on your phone from 5 years ago that you thought you deleted that you'd be kind of like weirded out if they were back on your
not
phone?
at all. I
No.
don't delete
No?
any pictures. No,
No?
I have them all.
Well, no.
DeAndre, Cody, what about you guys? I
No.
feel like you do. You do. You know you do.
No, not really. I feel like I delete stuff pretty regularly just to have storage, but nothing ever like that.
Right.
Private. Nah, not really.
DeAndre, you do.
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
How many pictures you guys got on your phone? I mean, I never delete anything.
So I delete some, because I take like pictures of stuff like on the TV or whatever, and eventually I go back and delete those. Just stuff to that are funny, things that I see on TV that are funny. Or I'll give you an example. I've been doing my college football prep over the off season here, and I happened to come across the spring game for Florida State. And there was a cool graphic about their previous season and a couple of their players. So I took a picture of it, and I'm like, oh, I'll reference that if I have one of their games early in the year. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of stuff in there, but I delete stuff fairly regularly.
What is
I'll
your
tell you right now.
storage? Because I only have 128, so I do delete stuff.
Oh no, I've got whatever.
Oh no, I got 12,000 pictures.
Yeah,
I have 25,020 in my recents.
I have
12,027.
I have 36,199 photos and 5,106 videos.
5,106 videos. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
you guys
That's
are
a lot of
shocked.
storage
I only
space.
have 1,600 videos.
You guys are surprised by that, huh?
I only have 1,300 videos, and I bet you I could delete easily half of them, just because it's what do I have that for?
I just don't delete anything. And it's only because I think on the new iPhone, I think I have whatever the storage is, 512. Does that sound like the right number?
I don't know.
512?
Yeah, that's the third. So it's 128, then 2 something, and then 512.
And listen, and by the way, 512, I got plenty of room.
Yeah, next time I'm
Plenty of room.
getting the next up because I always get to a point where like I'll like record these screenshots of videos for things to like send to you guys stuff on our group chat, or for sound purposes, whatever. And then I have to delete them all because there's not enough room. So I need to get the bigger storage next time.
Yeah.
How
All right.
is
Well,
that
listen.
15, Cappy.
That is big deal or no deal because we're over the break here, and we got Dealer's Choice coming up next. But first, let me tell you about NextGen, the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right, NextGen is the absolute best in the biz. They have thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it, but here are the 2 reviews you need to know. Let me start with me, okay? I had an issue with one of the drains in one of my bathrooms, and I called NextGen at 833-3-NEXTGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, and I'm like, yo, can you guys fix this drain? And not only did they fix the drain, they fixed the drain, the slow drain, and they gave me a camera inspection for only $44. And you can get that same deal for a slow drain and a camera inspection for only $44 through the end of the month. Pepe Mantilla had a big plumbing problem. Like, he had to get quotes for stuff because it was a big project. And he called NextGen at 833-3-NEXTGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, and they took care of business. They came in with the best quote. So right now, if you want to take care of your AC and heat situation, you can get a 28-point full heat and AC safety inspection and tune up for only $44, limited time through the end of the month. They'll even throw in a free air filter at no cost. So you can get that for $44. You got the drain problem, as I mentioned. You can take care of that for each drain at $44. All you got to do is call NextGen at 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. NextGen includes water, plumbing, heater, AC, safety inspections. So make sure you prioritize the safety of your loved ones at home, man. So say goodbye to all your AC, heating, or plumbing problems. NextGen is the only name you need to remember for a safe and comfy home. So call them at 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit them online at nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Most people don't think about
p.m.
And it is Sedano and Cap your Thursday afternoon. Final segment. This is our final segment music. Please have a beautiful Thursday night, would you? You know, Thursday nights, you can get loose a little bit. Since tomorrow's Friday night, right? Is that how it works? I know I'm going to try to. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. for a Feel Good Friday. Sedano and Cap, final segment, your Thursday right now.
She stood there bright as the sun on that California coast. He was a Midwestern boy on his own.
Cappy, we got 2 minutes for your dealer's choice.
Well, I just want to send a shout out to my friend Adrian Gonzalez, the former great Dodger first baseman. You know, he puts out these pictures and these videos on Instagram of these morning workouts he does. So I would text him and I would go, dude, can I come join that? Like, I mean, what's the deal, man? He's like, yeah, anytime you want to come join. And I haven't been motivated to go do it. But this morning, George, I didn't sleep well last night at all because you know when you have to wake up super early for something, you don't want to be late, you don't want to miss it. So I just decided, you know what, man, every hour I was up and I was like, what time is it? What time is it? I had to get up at 4:45. I wound up popping out of bed at 4:30. I left the East Central at about 4:45, but it only took me 13 minutes to drive to Adrian's house from downtown LA. And there, with all the school dads, we got in a monster workout this morning. And I'm now, George, it's 6:58 at night. I'm starting to feel it real hard here. The back, the arms, the legs, the core. I'm starting to really feel it.
I'm surprised you didn't give out his address the way you gave out this stuff we said Chris was upset about earlier.
Hey, listen, Adrian specifically told me don't give out my address on the air. If Chris would have said to me, don't tell everybody about the event we've got going on, I wouldn't have.
Potential event.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what, I'm out. I'm officially resigning from the event, and DeMarco can handle it. You'll handle it.
Cap, you can't do that.
I can't? Oh, I can't resign from the event?
Well, first of all, it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the other thing is I just don't, if I tell everybody that I'm not going to be there, then the crowd won't show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
mean, what do you think they're coming for Coach McVey?
All right, Cappy, I'm done here.
No, not really.
Me neither.
I'll talk to you tomorrow from Big D.
Oh, you're going to be in Big D?
Yeah.
And you're on
In
the air
Dallas.
tomorrow?
Yeah, Beto's going to be in studio, but I'll be on too.
Okay, great.
You're going to drive tomorrow. How about that?
Nah, I don't want to drive. I like riding shotgun.
Cappy drives. It's a Cappy Drive Friday.
No, Chris says I'm the worst A in the history of radio.
I think we'll challenge that tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a great show. Have a great show tomorrow, Cappy, on your Cappy Cast. And I'll hold on. I'm not done. Have a great show on your Cappy Cast tomorrow, but be ready to be an A twice in a day. Okay?
2 A's.
Double A. All right, Cappy. All right, great job, Cody, DeAndre, Lindsay, Cappy, The Circle, Christopher, who's mad at Cappy.